Welcome to the Intelligent Idea Topic Podcast.
That was my idea to have,
Who is that?
And just to point that out there,
Oh, that's your wife?
No, this is my idea to have Juice's wife.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Oh, it is?
Because she has the accent.
Okay.
Are we live?
Good.
Hey, back to another installment of the Intelligent Idea Talkers Podcast, for the week of August 12th, 2023, right? Yes, 2023.
Yep,
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, D.
This is Juice.
What up, D? Yeah, see.
Mumbly.
That's Frank.
Mumbly's high. Yeah, man. And I guess we just want to shoot this shit tonight. We don't really have a direct subject matter order. Right?
Mostly just, niggas getting together.
Right.
Talking and shit.
And so we're going to talk about a couple movies. I know the guys didn't want to talk about Barbie, but I'm giving them the green light. A couple of us did see Barbie. It's the hot new movie of the month, summer, I guess.
Summer.
Do we have any more big blockbusters coming?
Not after July. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, because Ninja Turtles
Ninja Turtles was the beginning of August, yeah.
And maybe Dune 2 is.
We saw it in July though.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it early.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, yeah, man. So and then we're gonna talk about Frank's EVO. Frank made a trip to EVO. That was awesome. You want to start there?
Yeah,
actually, I want to hear about
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there how much detail y'all want to know? Oh, okay. So EVO. I went to EVO in Las Vegas this year. If you don't know what EVO is actually the biggest international fighting game tournament, like world fighting game tournament of the year. So people come from far and wide to play all of the most recent fighting games. Street Fighter 6, for example, was the biggest game there. It broke a record for EVO participants. It had 9,000 people enter in EVO, and that's actually more than the attendees that they've ever had just for the one game. The total for EVO came out to 11,000 people.
Wow!
So you had 9,000 people just for Street Fighter 6, and then 2,000 people for the other games.
Mm-hmm.
But also people that were playing Street Fighter 6 were playing the other games too. If you want to know what the prize pullout was for Street Fighter 6, it's $1 million. If you won Street Fighter 6,
I knew I should have jumped in.
And the champion,
the
champion for that went to Angry Bird. So he won with a Ken.
Bro, talk about
he won $1 million. He just won $1 million straight up.
So EVO, is this the same? This is the same competition where they play like the Injustice games, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it depends. It depends. Yep, it depends on the relevance of the game at the time.
So how do they do it? Do they have is Street Fighter the feature game, or do they have?
Each year they have 8 to 9 games, right?
Yeah.
And depending on the popularity of the game, they would have the top 8, which would be the finals of the game, the top 8 bracket of the game. 4 on the winner's side, 4 on the loser's side. They would have let's say the game is not that popular, they would try to get through. They have the lowest amount of participants for X game. They would try to get through that entire game in one day, the first day. So they would have all the pools and then the finals on Friday, which is the first day of the event. And then most other games with again, not as many participants, they would have pools on Friday, go into Saturday, and then have the finals Saturday night. And then Sunday is finals day. Sunday is not a day of pools. It's just a day of finals for the biggest games there. Street Fighter 6 was the final game on finals day. So I went to compete in Dragon Ball Fighters. I wanted to compete in Street Fighter 6. I felt like I was strong enough to compete in Street Fighter 6, but I wanted to concentrate on Dragon Ball.
Okay.
So Dragon Ball had 900 participants, 10 times less than Street Fighter 6, but the competition is still fierce for that game because the game is 5 years old and the game has evolved, So anyway, out of 900, I placed 193rd. So I placed top 200 in the world for Dragon Ball. So it's not bad. It's not bad.
How was the level of competition there, man?
It was fierce. It was fierce.
Because it always looks so crazy on YouTube. You know,
how many did you go through? Like how many?
So I won 5 matches. I won 5. So I made it out of my first pool. I got to play the second day, and then on the second day, I didn't make it. so
you can sit there and watch the EVO championships like you're watching the Super Bowl or something like that.
Yeah,
They got announcers
it's literally
and
fighting Super Bowl.
It was so hyped up. I mean, I
remember
watching
Super Bowl. And this year too is the first year ever in EVO history that I think 6 out of the 9 games were all the finals. Like the last 2 people were all mirror matches. Even in Dragon Ball, a 3v3 team fighting game, you had a mirror match, just because. Again, the game has evolved so much. People know who are the better characters now. People are more familiar with how to play. Yeah. Like Mortal Kombat had mirror match. Dragon Ball had a mirror match. King of Fighters had mirror match. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had mirror match. Another 3v3 team fighting game. Yeah.
3?
MVC 3. Yeah, it's still that popular. It's still that popular that it's still. MVC 3 for the longest time used to be the second most popular game, even though it was old. Yeah. But it always used to be the second most popular game because Capcom and there was a Street Fighter game that was always in front of it. That was always the main stage game. So
EVO, is the same championship that the famous Sonic Fox won, right? Am I telling that?
Yeah, he wins. He won for
MK11 and for Injustice.
He won for Mortal Kombat and for Dragon Ball in the same year.
He was playing fighters on that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that on YouTube, and I was like sitting there looking. I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up like it's a official sporting event or something like that.
No,
they got like announcers.
It's literally like if you don't get sports, like we get sports, but if you don't get sports, like. That's how you get sports. That's how you understand sports. Like, oh, I don't understand why everybody goes so crazy over football. Nah, same fucking energy.
It's the same energy, yeah.
Same fucking energy, just a different way, just different medium. So hyped up. So yeah, no, EVO was fun. Vegas is always fun.
Vegas is fun.
Vegas is always fun. I can't complain. I always have a good time when I go to Vegas. So
non-EVO related question: did you see the big sphere? The new sphere that they're building it. How does it look? Does it look as cool as it looks on Instagram?
It does.
Really?
It does.
You know what I'm talking about? No. They got a big sphere building now. So like the whole building is like looks like a big bubble. Yeah. Wow. And like you can play like it's a video screen. See that? So you can like put graphics and whatnot on the outside. Like where is it at?
It's so it's in between. I think it's in between the. So you have like the Luxor, Mandalay Bay, and the Delano. It's there, and then I think it's the new esports arena.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it is.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Oh snap!
Yeah.
And Mandalay Bay, that's where the infamous, should I say,
and then
shooting happened from the top of
it. Really? It's across from the Venetian.
Does it really
so
look
they changed it.
Yeah, they put images on it.
Oh, that's right.
So does it really look like that though? Like if they put a basketball, it really looks like a basketball?
Yeah,
that's
perspective. You can't possibly see from like close up what it looks like.
Yeah.
But like,
I got out here. Isn't that freaking tight?
That's crazy.
So Frank, they had something like that playing when you were there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Vegas is always fun. I've been to Vegas.
You got to stand in front of that Joe like
Vegas is always a good time.
I've been to Vegas maybe 4 or 5 times. It's always fun.
It was only my second time, but both times I've been to Vegas was for EVO.
Bro, I stay like I was.
So where did they hold the EVO championships? Where was
Mandalay Bay.
Okay,
in the arena. The arena.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's always fun, man. Beautiful. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, I mean there were 11,000 people just for EVO, and then they had Black Hat going on the following week.
What's that?
Black Hat is like a sponsored hackers convention.
Oh, Black Hat,
not sponsored, but what's the word? Like something that's
sanctioned?
Okay, a sanctioned hackers convention. So they bring people from cybersecurity from far and wide. They'd be like, "Yo, you think you nice? let's try to see what you can do. Yeah, let's try to see what your skills are.
Now, Frank, I got a question for you. How does someone go about entering into EVO? Like, do you have to apply and then get on a waiting list?
Oh no. So that's the thing about EVO. EVO was like always on my bucket list. That's EVO was always on my bucket list because I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was like, yo, like we gotta like go through like other matches, like a boxing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like anime, like they go train in the market, you gotta fight some dudes, and then you go to like.
Nah, it's more like 1 and 2 and 1 and 3 and 4. Train 1,000 Shoryukens. 1,000 Shoryukens, no break. No mistakes. 1,000 Shoryukens, 3 sets. It's you just literally just sign up. It's that easy. But the thing is, like, you're putting your money up. You're putting your money where your mouth is. You could just sign up. But you're going to be fighting against people from all over the world in your game.
You're going to get embarrassed.
Especially if you're in Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, they had 24-hour pools.
So good, man.
They had 24-hour pools going on because there were 9,000 people.
So basically, don't sign up willy-nilly unless you want to get embarrassed.
Not embarrassed. Have more faith in yourself. Just sign up when you think you're ready. Mm-hmm. When you're ready to take on the world.
How much was the entry fee?
It was like so it's per game, but the initial fee just for your badge is like $75. Oh, and then it's like $10 for every game that you compete in on top of that. Mm-hmm. And then they also had tickets for finals day, which is like another $75, $85, but it was sold out because it was that many people this time around, so.
Vegas is fun anyway, but I would love to go to Vegas.
Vegas is so much fun.
For $1 million? Think I'll take it.
I would just go there and hang out in the crowd and just watch the That'd be something to do.
$1 million, yo? Just man. I'll quit my job and start training like
$1 million. $1 million. Hey, but remember this: if you want to be the greatest, if you want to be the best, you're going to win that cool million. You got to make some sacrifices. You got a family. Forget them. Forget family. Forget showering. Forget basic hygiene.
Right. You gotta play.
Forget it all.
You gotta grind.
You gotta play all day, every single day, and
online matches.
And even then, you still gotta put in so much more work, right? Because you gotta play against people. You gotta watch video. You gotta treat it like life.
You gotta watch film. Yeah.
You gotta watch everything.
Playbook.
You gotta exactly. You gotta memorize spreadsheets worth of information, frame data. You gotta know like all the characters, tiers. Yep. You gotta know it all. So you gotta make some sacrifices. If you want to be, you want to be the best.
I think
you want to be the best. You gotta make some sacrifices.
I think I'll be all right.
I think the best EVO championship I watched. It was years ago, but definitely Injustice 2. And I liked MK11. But like you said, you got to know your stuff. You got to know who can counter who.
Yep.
Like what character is good against this character.
Matchups. Yep.
Yeah, like. Yep. It's a lot that goes into it. You really do have to train.
You gotta make some sacrifices. Don't expect to see your family.
I saw who's one of the most famous ones, Sonic Fox. I saw him win a couple. There's another guy.
Sonic Fox. Justin Wong also kept winning Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He won Marvel vs. Capcom 2 like 4 years in a row. He just kept winning, and then like the game started to shift to like other games, and he's. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wasn't that big anymore, but like they were trying to bring it back. Actually, right before COVID, the year that they announced the EVO games, they said they had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but it was an exhibition of the best players in its history.
Okay.
That they were going to do an exhibition for, and we all thought that this was going to be like the start of them bringing it back, bringing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back to like for sale. So people could start playing again. We can have a legit online MVC too. But COVID happened.
Speaking of COVID, it's like for people who treat gaming as life, like the pop culture kind of thing. Like imagine when COVID first started and like there was no chance for EVO to happen. There was no chance for any of these conventions, Comic-Con and all that. Like that was a dark time if you were a nerd, man. That was a dark time because it's like it almost seemed like the world was over if you were just a regular citizen, right? There was no toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Remember those first early games?
Yeah,
All the shells were bare and
Still
whatnot.
people with mountains of toilet paper.
And then like days after, when you acclimated, you thought about EVO and Comic-Con. You're like, yo, what's gonna happen? Like, are we not gonna be able to go to this stuff anymore?
Yeah.
I would just go to EVO. That would be a weekend. They say, "Oh, you competing in EVO?" No, I'm just going to watch.
Yeah, I mean, and you can do that. They have spectator badges.
I would just go hang out.
Community. They have community badges, spectator badges, and they also have competitor badges. Like the spectator badges aren't as much money, but you don't enter in any games, and you can it basically just allows you to walk around this.
I would just go hang out all day.
And you can buy stuff.
And it's a music convention, ain't it? Like,
also over there they have like fighting games that have yet to come out that are available to play over there. So they have the new Project L fighting game that was out there. Project L is pretty dope. Real quick, it's a 2v2. It's a 2v2 fighting game that involves teams. So it's like the four of us here. I'm a character and you're on my team. You're another character on my team. Same with y'all. Y'all are a team. We fight against each other. And it's like, you know, we have to like talk to each other. Like I'm tagging you in, or I'm about to use your assist, or I'm about to do like the character's ultimate attack together. But when they do that, you're gonna be the one that's replacing me once the animations are over.
Like literally a tag team.
Like it's literally a team fighting game. Yeah. Like and that aspect of it just makes it so cool. Plus the game runs like butter. It's so smooth. So I'm excited for it. Yeah. It's not gonna come out for a while, but who's the same people who made League of Legends. They're the people who developed Rollback Netcode.
I didn't play that.
So Rollback Netcode has been a godsend for games in general, especially because of COVID. One of the good things to come out of COVID was Rollback Netcode.
You know what? I consider myself a casual gamer. I'm not really so hardcore as a lot of gamers are since I've been in the gaming world. But true real life gamers are very bougie, man. Because they do talk about frame rate and you know what I'm saying, all this stuff.
That
like
shit is important.
They are bougie, man.
I'll own that.
When you notice it, you do notice it. But for a casual gamer, I'm like, I don't really notice that, you know. Because I'm a casual, but true gamers are bougie.
It depends on the game that you're playing, of course. Like, you know, you don't want for precision-based games, you don't want lag. You don't want lag.
Yeah.
You don't want frame skips, or you don't want like that'll kill you. That'll kill you. Yeah. And if you're playing the game to be good,
don't freeze for a second.
The next thing you see a motherfucker. You're playing a Call of Duty game. You see a motherfucker all the way down there. There's a skip, and he's right here. Oh shit! You know.
Yep.
Like, man, so that shit will kill you. I'll own that. Yeah. Straight up. I'll own that.
Awesome,
but it'll kill you.
I want to go to Vegas anyway, but to go to EVO, that's like a whole
EVO. It was a great time. It was a great time.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Next year,
I'm with it.
Podcast trip to EVO next year.
We should do like a lot of podcasts.
Let me know.
That'd be dope.
Let me know.
Do that,
in our hotel room.
EVO is just so much fun. It's just so much fun, and just even if you don't give a shit about the games. It's Vegas.
Yeah,
you do whatever you want.
Walk outside, just look around.
Look right there out your window.
Though. Yeah, you do whatever you want out there. Like the food is great.
Like him,
you know, like it's really good.
How hot was it? Because I know much of the country's been going.
It was so we didn't even go outside. That's how hot it was. It was 105 degrees minimum. Every day.
I thought they say it's like,
it was dry heat. It was dry heat, but it was still 105 degrees.
But still, though, the job, you got this difference between 105 and feeling the full 105 heat.
Yeah,
rather than just going, you got the dry heat. Yeah,
as soon as you put your arm outside, it immediately gets ashy.
Said Vegas is
just sucks all the moisture out your lotion.
No matter how dry it is, it's hot.
But think about it. You got 105, like you feel the heat over here,
bro. When you go out there, you can't sit on a bench in the shade because it's so hot. Like the concrete heats up.
I will say at night it was cooler, but it was more humid at night for some reason. Like when we did go outside at night, like to go get some food or whatever. Yeah. But like it was humid.
Vegas
it was still like 90 degrees, but it was humid. And I was just like, nah. I don't like this.
It's hot. I mean, like I said, it's hot. But I say that's like the difference in hot. Like if you take that 105, like it's hot over here, we feel the humidity and the heat. But over there, you do 105. You got
go,
that.
Go stand out in Vegas in the direct sunlight, dog. You be like, I don't care about.
But it's hot.
I don't care about no dry heat. It's hot.
It is hot. Like it is hot, but it's like
it is dry.
Temperatures were reaching like 112.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like on Friday, I think it was like 111, 112 degrees. You're like, no.
Think about it. I mean, but think about it. You got that real 111 heat. You real feel that 111.
It wasn't humid. It wasn't humid, but it's the type of heat that you step outside. It's like you automatically feel like you're burning.
You can feel
like
the
you
heat
feel like you're on fire.
The concrete, the pillars,
You know?
the stairs, like you can feel it coming off. Like
your eggs on the sidewalk.
Like it wasn't stuffy, but it was like the type like you feel like you're on fire. It's like you step outside, like nah, I'm good.
That sunlight hits your skin, you're like I feel my skin heating up.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to die.
They just start crackling.
Right, man. That's awesome, man. I definitely got to go to
that's
Evo.
Cool. Yeah, Evo was
Did you get
a good time. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff. I got like a lot of merch. I bought a character select pixel art of my characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 1. So that was cool. I'm gonna put that up in my basement somehow. So yeah,
no, yeah. Hold on, Frank. I'm trying to think about your basement. Where are you gonna fit that,
dude?
I'm going to fit it right next to the Marvel vs. Capcom poster that's next to the arcade machine.
This dude got an awesome basement, man. I'm telling you. I was telling him about that on the way over here. I was like,
appreciate it.
Bro, this basement is off the hook.
Yeah, it's okay.
See, it's okay to break it. He sees it every day. He sees it every day. He's like, I can make some improvements, but I walked out and I was like,
I got every arcade game ever.
Juice's man cave is pretty cool too. So we're recording that. It's pretty cool, man. You know, it's no Frank's man cave.
No, this is nice. This is nice.
Chill.
I can't paint the wall.
On some levels, I'm like maybe I went a little too overboard, but like this is nice. This is great.
This is also work, so this is like
you
can't really put all that. And
so I like it, man. Y'all want to touch on Ninja Turtles real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, I know C didn't see it. All right, so yeah, the new animated, what is it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Yeah. So I liked it. I think the style of animation kind of reminded you of Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it was Spider-Verse.
It was just different enough to where it wasn't a direct copy. You know, you could definitely tell it was influenced by it, but
definitely Turtles.
So I know. Okay, spoiler alert. See, what did y'all think about the Turtles? Or okay, so you know how and now. If anybody who never watched the 1991 original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
that's my joke.
Do yourself a favor and go watch that movie, okay?
That
is the original classic.
Back and watch them.
That's the best movie.
It's still the best one. It's still the best. 1 and 2. The Secret of the Ooze is pretty good too. I like Secret of the Ooze. That was
I like both.
3 was all right. That's when they went back in time.
3 was trash. 3 was garbage. That movie was trash.
Easy.
Garbage.
It's part of the trilogy.
Garbage.
Hey,
look over there. Hey, look over there. See that trash can over there?
Put that one in there.
Put that shit. That shit belongs in there.
It's not total garbage. It wasn't as good. It wasn't nowhere near as good as 1 and 2 though, man.
One is still the best.
So you know the origin story of the Turtles, right? So I'll tell you. So Master Splinter watches his master and he trains. That's how he learns kung fu. Right?
What was his name? I know he's going with this.
And then Shredder comes in.
Yeah, that's what I see that.
Shredder comes in, kills his master, and that set the feud off between Splinter and Shredder.
Right.
So in this movie, Splinter doesn't do that. Spoiler alert for this movie, he watches kung fu movies and learns kung fu from the movies and teaches it to the turtles. And I'm like, why even make that little change?
They changed the turtles' origins from generation to generation.
Like, I didn't like it. I didn't like that.
It was the same exact thing. It was the same exact thing with the Michael Bay turtles.
Mm-hmm.
He came across some books. He came across some ninjutsu books in the sewer. He read them, studied them, learned, and then he taught the turtles.
Let me say, I didn't watch all those.
You didn't like the Michael Bay joints?
I didn't watch them. Yeah, I didn't watch
them. I watched them. They were
the first one was
the fight with Shredder was tight.
That was good. Yeah, the first one was decent. The second one, people seem to like that one more, but I thought that one was worse. Like
a little campy.
It was like, and the way they did Bebop and Rocksteady, they were like fucking caricatures.
And I think what turned people off of the Michael Bay ones was the way the turtles looked.
Yeah, they were
massive.
They
were massive. Yeah.
Which they probably
toned it down in the second one. The second one, though, they were like more normal sized.
They probably would look like huge monsters. They're giant mutant ninja turtle. They probably would.
But I mean, in like the 87 cartoon, they're supposed to be like 4 foot tall, 4 feet tall, like, you know, turtles.
They've never been bigger than normal people.
Right.
just didn't look.
I like
look
the Michael
weird,
Bay
man.
one. The first movie where they fought Shredder on the like the whole
On the
all
roof,
the
yeah.
choreography was cool.
It was
Because even when they
sweet,
went when they tried to jump Splinter in the sewer in the Michael Bay movie in the first one, that was tight. I mean, Splinter was moving like
That
a
battle
rat.
was so good.
It was good.
That battle was so good. I'll give it that. That battle was cool.
I kind of didn't like. I was kind of turned off by Shredder's outfit a little bit because
Oh
he
yeah,
was
that was
kind of and I'm like
with
Shredder's
the
not.
magnetic blades.
Yeah, he's a
my
kung fu
guys.
master. He's not a mechanized,
man.
but he was still awesome.
3 series.
So yeah, man, it was cool.
The first one, like first 991, first and second one. That's my all time. I ain't really watching that.
And one nostalgic thing about the first Turtles is
look. That's the face right there.
the way the
Yeah,
animatronics move.
Hideous.
Yeah,
like
but they probably would look like that though.
I don't know, dog. How dare you?
Even the animated one that came out a couple years ago is pretty good.
TMNT.
Yeah, I like that.
TMNT was good.
Hey, Juice,
That was actually still one of the
hey,
most
Juice, when you get a
salvageable
chance,
movies.
watch that fight on YouTube, yo. Shredder versus Ninja Turtles on the top of the joint. It was quick,
The reason,
but it was
the
actually
reason why-
good.
I did see this actually.
The reason why I like this, the reason why I actually enjoyed this fight a lot is because despite all of this going on, it showcased the fact that the Turtles in any generation have never been ready for Shredder. They've never been able to handle him. Even 4-on-1, they've never been able to get to handle him. Like he just straight up just
beat him down.
them.
It was not even close.
You know, just like in the 1990 movie, he just straight up dismantles them.
Rocks them. All of them, one by one.
Yeah,
Which is kind of like that's just part of their story.
that's just like part of the mythos. You know, like they've never been ready, and Splinter's always hesitant to like have them fight him. Except in the comics. In the comics, Splinter was straight up like, go kill Shredder.
Mhm.
That's what I want y'all to do. That is your only purpose in life. I want you to find this man and kill him. And they do. And they do. And it's like after that, it's like, then it kind of settles into the whole 87 animated, more for kids type of thing. But in the comics, the comic was the only iteration where Splinter's like, yo, y'all might not be ready, but I need you to kill him. Go get him. You, my assassins, go kill him. And they do. But every other iteration after that, they have not been even close to him. And that's why I like this battle so much, because this battle showcased that very clearly. They were not a match for him.
They weren't in the original.
In the 1990 movie, they were not a match for him.
And even the one nostalgic thing about the original is the way the animatronics, the way they move, the heads. And I was telling you earlier, remember fight, kitchen. But like the way their mouths would move when they would say fight.
For me, that is better than that. Like those animatronic mouths are somehow better than these weird
almost too much
CGI.
Yeah,
it's different.
I know.
Like
there's
nothing that's going
Maybe
to
it's a
be
generational
better.
thing.
There's nothing that's going to be better than practical effects. Even if it was animatronic, there's nothing better than
I
practical
say that
effects.
all the time.
There's nothing.
I thought I was the one who said that.
The thing is, practical effects are so goddamn difficult.
Yeah, they're hard to do.
Like, it's so hard to do.
Like
so
here, any horror movie.
This is the easy way out. And they are getting better at doing CGI.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't look terrible.
It's not terrible.
But like
it looks good.
It looks better. The 1990 looks way better than this because it's practical.
Maybe not the choreography. That's one thing with like old movies is like the choreography.
You have like guys in suits.
Like anytime you have a horror movie from the 80s, it's always going to be like the horror, the special
whether
effects,
it's the blood or
gore,
the costumes,
the melting. All that stuff is so much better than
anything
CGI.
Even in Total Recall, when he was taking that thing out of his nose. Hold on, bro. That was an animatronic Arnold head. He was taking a little tracker thing out of his nose.
Always better.
It's still.
You think Total Recall?
Of course.
Yeah. He took a little.
Okay. A better example of why practical effects will always be better than CGI. Mad Max. Fury Road. Mad Max was straight up practical effects with the exception of Furiosa's arm. That's it. All practical effects. The explosions, the chases, everything practical effects. That movie looks fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking gorgeous.
It's because it looks real. There. Because you can, I don't know, it's like we have humans have an eye for what's like not
real.
Yeah. And you can't really put your finger on it, but you can generally tell something's not right.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not right. And then that'll pull you out of it. So maybe that's kind of what it comes down to. But anyway, I don't know.
Even in this movie, like I'll say you're kind of right, dude. It is a monstrosity, and it kind of turned me off at first. So I was like, that's not how the turtles look. But the movie itself is actually good. Like, it wasn't that bad. I'll agree with Frank. I like the first one better than the second one. But the choreography, man, the fight with Splinter and Shredder and the sewers was dope.
Yeah, it was
Fight
good.
at the end on top of the rooftop was tight.
I'm tired of seeing the same actors.
Some of the comedy kind of fell flat because I think they tried to, Michael Bay with all the Transformers.
Well,
and
also
I don't care
about
watch
the humans.
Transformers
The
for the
biggest-
same reason.
One of the biggest weaknesses of this movie was the story was literally the same story from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact story. Finding the formula in order to recreate the mutagen, which was the same thing was trying to within Amazing Spider-Man. Like it's the same exact story, Man,
it's throwing knives and bringing them back magnetically. There was something else I was trying to think of. I should have took some notes. I was like, I'll remember. Man, so in the new movie, Mutant Mayhem, what y'all think about April O'Neil like being black? Is that an issue?
No,
not issue.
I'm not on
the side of
April O'Neil originally is supposed to be mixed.
Yeah, she was originally
like Asian and
okay,
black.
She did look kind of Oriental in the cartoon.
Yeah, she had curly hair and she was like, she was brown.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of changing the color of a character just for a change. I think when black people say they want to see more black actors, we don't mean in animation. We mean in movies. You know what I mean? And like live action, right?
I mean,
it's still representation.
I mean, I definitely mean animation.
She didn't look all the way black.
Here, when I talk about I see more.
Look at Spider-Verse.
I mean animation.
It's still representation.
Definitely,
it is.
It's still representation.
I don't know. They didn't need to change her. Changing her color of her skin wouldn't have changed anything about the story. It would have been the same thing. Yeah. It was funny when she was puking. Remember that?
Oh my god, that girl was rolling.
Propels her.
What y'all think? What y'all think about the comedy in the movie? I thought it was actually fun. They had some funny parts.
I thought. My whole thing with the movie was that between the turtles. Great, great dialogue, great comedy.
Yeah, it was funny.
But I feel like literally every other aspect, even the comedy aspect, was wasted. Like with the other characters, I didn't care about the other characters. I only cared about.
I mean, the mutants or just the people?
The mutants, the people, everything. Like even April, it was like she was kind of like just kind of outside of it. Even though she had her moment with the puke, but like
that was funny.
She didn't seem part of the clip.
No, she to me she didn't seem she's a very important character, but she didn't seem that way in this movie to me. And regarding the comedy aspect, I felt the same way with her, with everyone. I just felt like it was just between the boys, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like I felt like you have all these other supporting characters and you didn't use them.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. She definitely did feel like. Well, I'm particularly talking about April, but yeah, she definitely didn't feel like she wasn't like integrated. She wasn't fully on board. Yeah, and maybe that was just part of the fact that they only met like a couple hours beforehand.
Look, then when you watch this movie all the way, Juice, April joins like that. Like, I mean, like within the first 10 minutes of the movie,
was that April?
Yeah, it's April. That was
she ain't got no red hair.
So there's a problem.
She looks European.
So there's a problem. So there's a problem with this movie for sure. They put April in everything and things that she didn't need to be in.
Oh, they kept.
She was always present. She was always present in events that she didn't need to be a part of.
Go back to the turtle.
She's a part of the end, fine, but she was the fucking person that fucking actually kills Shredder in this movie.
Like, we don't.
It was her.
About her. We care about the turtles.
Like the part in the sewer, she was there for no reason.
Just observing. She was supposed to be the audience, I guess. Yeah,
she was there for literally no reason. She didn't need to be there, but she found her way there, and then all of a sudden, shit goes down.
Yeah. I know he are. Yeah.
It was awesome, man.
And then you also have creepy Mikey in this movie too. That was a problem.
What y'all think about Jackie Chan as Master Splinter? His fight scene was cool.
His fight scene was cool.
Very Jackie Chan.
His fight scene was cool, but I thought he was wasted too.
Yeah. I love his voice though. You can just tell Jackie Chan.
Well, yeah.
I just love him talking.
He was cute. He was a cute Master Splinter, right? You're gonna I felt like I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about the part with the giant roach.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I was just like,
Oh no, we kissed her. I was like,
no. I'm like,
I was like, what did I just see? No, like,
love finds a way.
like,
But like, back to the turtles though. Like the dynamic between the turtles was cool, man. Like I know Dia mentioned before that, like they seemed like black, and then it was cool that it had like actually two black characters voicing the. It was two black characters, right?
Just one.
three
white kids. That one kid was mixed. Donatello, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a white kid. Okay, my bad.
I mean, I thought he was mixed. I don't know. He looked like he was black.
He kind of now thinking about it, I think he is mixed, but definitely Mikey, the kid playing Mikey is black.
Yeah. And I felt that Joe definitely came through in the comedy and like their interaction.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I thought they were going.
And it felt really New York.
I thought they were going to try to make them act quote unquote black, but I thought they did a good job of not doing it. I thought they were just funny. I mean, my son was laughing. He's 11-year-old. He was laughing.
Fun fact. In the IDW comics now, apparently, they made the turtles human for a hot minute in the IDW comics, and they're all black. Apparently,
I did hear that.
Yeah, they're all black. They're all black. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I'm like, cool, I guess.
They're trying too hard.
But it's like, is this pandering?
So did they really have black person original DNA?
I mean, we all know who the real black one was, but like,
wait,
they're all
black. Stockman was black.
I think the
appeal in the animated TV show, he was white.
I think the appeal of like characters like the turtles and like
he was black. He was black in the 2003 TV show, and then he was also black. He was also black in this movie.
Do y'all remember the Ninja Turtles TV show with the girl? You remember that? She had like a light blue.
Venus de Milo,
yeah. I totally forgot about that. I was like, damn, there was a girl Ninja Turtle.
Well, there's a girl Ninja Turtle now in the comics too, Jenica.
How long did that show go? Like a season? It wasn't long. Yeah, because it wasn't that long. I remember that. I remember seeing that on TV. Though.
It was fucking god awful.
I think the appeal. I think the appeal of like superheroes characters is like it goes beyond skin color. It's more of the costume, right? So like they don't need to be black. The turtles are green. Those what we admire the characters, the heroes of the Ninja Turtles, and they're green.
They're
so like
turtles,
even like for the skin color of April O'Neil, like Batman, to me, it doesn't matter that he's a white guy. His suit is what I admire. That's what I want to aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the character. I don't care about the skin color.
I always found it funny that in the original '87 show, like they all had different accents. Like Michelangelo sounds like he's from California.
Yeah.
Where Raphael is the only one that sounds like he's from New York.
Yeah.
You know.
What shit now?
so he actually sounds like he's from New York. Whereas like Leo and Donnie have like indeterminate accents.
Yeah.
You know, like what do they call it? Like trans-American or something like that. The type of accent where it's just indeterminate. They just speak normally, I guess. No accent detected.
I kept waiting for Raphael to have like his anger moment, you know, because we all know Raphael's an angry one. You know,
other him shouting.
Well,
he never had it, right? He never had a moment where a power up from anger.
No, he did. You remember the part he did? There was the part where he literally said, I dream about fighting every night.
Yeah,
like,
but
you have a rape problem. He's like,
saying like he didn't have like a drive to be angry. Right?
Yeah.
And I think Matos was missing because they were still like they just felt out.
But the thing is,
I think they didn't do a good job of showcasing their original personality traits. Like we know Donatello is the smart techie one, but he never had a smart techie moment except for him using his cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Like Raphael never had a moment where his anger drove him to save his brothers, you know, because we know he has the attitude and the rage.
So
Leo had a hero moment. You
should watch Rise of the TMNT because their personalities are completely different from what you're used to. And I loved Rise. But the reason I loved Rise is because they dared to do something different. We had 40 years of the same shit. Like, why not try to be different?
Whoa.
Did the same thing.
Shit, it's pretty good stuff.
No, I'm just speaking. I'm speaking generally, but it's the same shit. We've been doing 40 years of the same exact story beats. Leonardo's the leader. He has no other personality besides that. Donatello's the tech guy. No other personality besides that. Raphael's the angry one, and he has the most story. he has the most story behind him because he's the angry one.
Mhm.
Michelangelo is the carefree one.
He got his ass whooped in the original,
Yeah,
the
he did,
1990 drum, man. They whooped Raphael's ass, man.
They dragged him down the steps.
Did they drop him?
Bro, they dragged him down the steps.
Hey, real quick side note,
At first he was handling them though. At first he was doing well.
Oh, this is
But then
Come
on, man, you gotta beat me. He's like,
and then they
come
pull him through the
on.
skylight.
Hell yeah,
Pull him through the skylight. Whoop Raphael's ass.
No, they whooped his ass.
One of the moments in that movie too, like right after that, which is the most fun thing, which is one of the best things about that movie and why that movie is always the best, was the Michelangelo nunchuck battle that he had with the foot soldier. That was just so fucking fun.
It was cool,
I was just like, yo, this is great. I love it. He's spinning it on one finger. He's spinning it on one finger. He's doing it like, no, he's doing this, dude. He's like, keep practicing. And I'm like, yo, this guy. You see this?
Cool. Like, go ahead, man.
You see that?
But
That movie was classic.
even if you played him, like,
You can't beat that guy.
I was about to say Michelangelo never had like a dude moment, but I guess he did when the other dude was like, bro. He was like, bro. Remember the little salamander thing or whatever it was? Yeah, he did have a cool.
The whole thing is like Mutant Mayhem is like 40 years after the Turtles came out, right? And it's like, dare to be different, do something different. We're gonna be lifelong Turtles fans. I'm a lifelong Turtles fan. That's my childhood. But like, dare to be different. It's okay. It's okay if Donnie's not the tech guy or Leo's not the sure leader that he should be. He did come into his own at the end, though. But like, it's okay if Raph's not the angry one and Michelangelo's just kind of like not the dude guy, but he's just calm. You know?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if Batman came onto the screen and he wasn't an advanced detective, we would be like, what's wrong with Batman? You know? So we've had
for how many years have we had not the world's greatest detective?
But I don't want Batman who can't figure things out.
Literally since Zack Snyder's Batman, he's not been the world's greatest detective.
What's funny? Hey, he was an asshole. No idea.
Like, yo,
he didn't detect shit, man.
we can even go.
Who's just angry?
He was just want to hit you.
He had a voice modulator. Like, no, I'm like, they're not the world's greatest detective. Like,
I hated Christian Bale's voice.
They're to be different.
I hated Christian Bale's face inside that mask. You could just tell the mask was like squeezing his face. Where's the trigger?
Like you can even go back as far as Mask of the Phantasm, where my man literally looked at a picture of the Joker without the makeup, and he was like looking at this picture, and he couldn't tell it was the Joker. So he takes a red pen and he draws a smiley face. He's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "What?" That world's greatest detective, everyone.
There you go. Yeah. You know, one thing on Mutant Mayhem 2 is like the real world references. Did that take y'all out of the movie at all? Like they kept referencing things that were happening in the real world. Like they were talking about I don't know, just like
they were talking about like Drake and like
like in Rihanna and like just modern day things. I'm like, just tell me a cool Ninja Turtles. Give me some Ninja Turtles lore.
The thing that
just where I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And I love the part at the end. You know what name I kept waiting for them to drop. Give me some Shredder lore, bro. Where is Shredder? Where's my man? I couldn't be happier at the end of that movie.
I had a problem with that. The only reason I had a problem with that is because Shredder, they made it seem like he's some sort of like hired thug or hired henchman. Get me the Shredder, and I'm like, get you the Shredder.
He was there from the
beginning. I'm like, the Shredder is your boss. Like, what do you mean?
Dictate the Shredder.
What do you mean?
Do you think you just sent out an email and called the Shredder over?
He's like, get me the Shredder. Like, I have to have these turtles. Get me the Shredder. I'm like, get you the who?
Shit like that.
But I love when he popped up though. I grabbed my son. I said, "Dog, do you know who that is?" Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's this fly? I mean, even though Ice Cube was funny,
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like the name. That name is supposed to like create like fear.
Yeah,
like strike fear. Like at least it's a Splinter. Like it's like at least it's a Splinter. Splinter hears that name, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like all the hairs on his head stand out.
They gave a reference from Splinter about Shredder because, like,
this Splinter,
I like
no
that part
idea who Shredder is.
Yeah, it's like Shredder is.
He did nothing. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, I love when they showed Shredder at the end, man. I was like,
yo, hold on, they milked these turtles in that joke.
They definitely milked them.
That was funny as shit.
So getting back to what you said, that there were things that took me out of the movie. like maybe it's because we're just too old now, but like, you know, the part where they were like, we here, we outside, yurt. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, what are they saying? I'm like, what? Oh, it's because we're old. Like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah, we're just old.
It wasn't funny, but like the way they were talking over top each other kind of made it funny. But yeah,
no, that's authentic.
That felt real.
They recorded together.
Yeah,
So that was authentic. They were kind of like talking over each other.
I think even when April was in there, she's like, "This is not making you guys look cooler." I forget what they were talking about. And they were like, "Bro," and they were all like kind of bantering back and forth. It was actually funny, man. Me and my son were laughing. This is actually crazy.
I think it was that part where they're whole like we outside. She was filming them. She's like, "This is not going to make people like you even more."
Yeah, I have to film everything you guys do. Like, what are you talking about? Of course you did. Yeah, man, it was a cool movie, man. It took you down nostalgia road.
Yeah, I thought it was cute mostly. Like, it was like a nice
and I love the length too.
It was a good team movie.
An hour and a half.
So I admit that I was expecting a lot more from it. But if I turned off my 40-year-old like lifelong turtle expectations, it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it was decent.
It was a pretty good movie.
I know IMDb gave it a 7.3, I believe. I usually agree with IMDb.
That's what I give it. That's what I would give it.
I might even give it a little more, maybe 7.8. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I was never bored.
I give it like a cool 7.
Was it a little hard to follow the action?
There wasn't much action.
There was only like 2 action scenes.
Yeah, I felt like
the part in the middle. Well, Splinter's
fight was good, but I'm talking about like the actual choreography of the turtles. Like it was hard to see what they were doing exactly. It's like I felt like I have to go in slow motion when I watch it at home. You know,
I didn't have that issue. I thought the action was well done, especially the part where they were like kind of going through all the different people, the hideouts. Yeah, that was cool because they were like editing different turtles doing like the same thing, which was cool. And
I was waiting for that one serious kung fu fight because it is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I was waiting for that one fight where
they like all in like DVDs and stuff. So I feel like there's not going to really be that.
This is all again. It's a kids movie, and like I feel like they used up all of that creative energy trying to put all these other mutants on screen that didn't really do anything. I
feel like that was
so you could have cut out at least 3 or 4 of those mutants.
Yeah, they didn't have to have all of them.
Yeah.
Like maybe not all the mutants.
Like Ray Fillet was funny, but we didn't need him. We didn't need Leatherhead. We didn't need Wingnut. We didn't need I guess Mondo Gecko. He was fine, but like
the Gecko was funny.
But like Bebop and Rocksteady, like even what they did with them, I was like, guys,
they didn't give them anything. I'm like
guys, no, like you know, and again, like bringing Shredder in after, like that's not the way it works. Shredder is supposed to be the one saying like Bebop, Rocksteady, I choose you. Go get the turtles. Make turtle soup of them.
So do you think Bebop and Rocksteady are going to turn?
Nah.
Are they going to go to the Shredder?
I think they wasted them. I think they straight up wasted them.
Because Bebop and Rocksteady
they're part of the fam now.
They're together and shit.
They were living. They're all in the basement right now.
All on the lair.
That was funny when Splinter kissed the little roach. What was that thing? What was it?
It was a roach.
Was it a roach?
It was a giant roach. It was a giant cockroach.
See, he tongue kissed that joke on the screen for like 5 seconds. I used that joke. Oh my god! And they actually showed the fucking tongues moving around each other. Like what in a movie like that?
Yeah,
cockroach is that? Come on. I couldn't be more pleased they showed Shredder, man, because I was waiting for the name drop the entire time. I'm like, where is Shredder, bro? I know you're not gonna let this entire movie go by and not show Shredder, not mention him.
They could have done more with Cynthia Utrom because her last name is Utrom. You know what that means, right? So it's like,
is that the lady who was head of the tech company?
No, she could be one of the Krang. Utrom. Utrom is the alien race that Krang is.
Yeah, what was Krang?
Utrom. Apparently, she was supposed to be one of them, I guess. But like
a giant brain inside the android.
Yeah, like, but they didn't do anything with that. Utrom is the alien race that the Krang is. So it's like,
is Krang? Was he in the newer Michael Bay?
Yeah, he was in the second movie.
He was in the second one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He was the main villain in the second one.
I think part of the appeal of the older ones, like our generation, we came from the 90s movies, was the animatron and the way the lips would move when they would talk. You know what I'm saying? Like the turtles would talk like That was part of
they
it.
were doing like
Practical
they were doing
effects.
dope moves.
Yeah.
Practical effects were great.
And
Like the
the
same fight where they throw Raphael through the skylight. After that, like that whole fucking brawl in that apartment was fucking great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was so fun. It was frantic and it was crazy, and the music was like speeding up with the frantic nature of the fight. It was great. It was so good.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they were doing some real cool shit in such an enclosed space. You know, and then they fucking drop from one floor to the other, and then it just picks up in intensity. And I'm like, guys, I'm like, we can't get cinema like this anymore. This is so it was so fucking good.
Man,
You know?
I was like, yo, Raphael needed a senzu bean or something, man.
They needed them.
No, she was like
And then-
dripping.
and
Ethan was
that's
like
what
dripping
Mikey-
water on him. I'm like, what you doing?
And
They
that's
go get him
what-
some medical attention.
That's what Mikey was saying. Like when a foot soldier was choking him, he's like, "Oh, we can use rap right about now."
I push over the one choking the shit out of Michelangelo, though. Yeah.
And shit was going, and then fucking Casey Jones shows up, and like everybody's like, "Whoa!"
I wonder who Casey Jones gonna be in this.
Casey Jones.
Because they're definitely gonna do a sequel. So, you know.
Well, they already greenlit a sequel for this movie
No,
and
they-
a TV show.
Didn't he smack Raphael in the beginning? And like Raphael ended up in a trash can upside down. Remember Casey Jones hit him with the
1990
with the
movie.
hockey stick.
Yeah.
Man, Raphael in the trench coat. You remember that joint? He was like trying to chase down Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was awesome, man.
He
I
hit him-
like
hit him with
3.
He hit him with the cricket bat.
3 is still part of the trilogy, so it's up there in the
Three
it's up
sucked.
there. It does.
3 sucked.
Wasn't as good.
It was
It was
awful.
not as good.
Movie was
Okay.
awful. Point to the nearest trash can. Everyone at home, point to the nearest trash
Come
can.
on, Frank,
That's
man,
where
have
it
a heart, man. It wasn't awful.
Oh, it was terrible.
You know? It
was
just-
terrible. I watched it again recently.
maybe in comparison to 2 and 1, but it's still part of the trilogy.
No, it does not hold up. There was such a downgrade in every
Yeah,
way
it was.
possible.
I remember
Yeah,
seeing
The
it.
costumes were like fucking like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it was.
I remember watching it like what? Yeah, definitely like what happened.
Like what? Like the costumes in 1 and even 2 were so good, and then there was like it came out like 2 years after the second one, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What happened here? Like the faces were just I couldn't look at them. Like, I was like, I can't do this.
What was the concert? I think Go Ninja, Go Ninja,
Yeah.
Go Ninja, Go
They
Ninja, go.
played that song in this movie too.
Who was that? Was that Vanilla Ice?
No, that was
Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
Vanilla Ice.
And then Shredder burst through the dock.
Yeah.
He got that Uzi
Shredder.
on him. Yeah.
yeah.
That was awesome. I love her.
Ninja.
Like, look at that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
dude. That looks
Hey,
bad.
bro.
That's not 2. That's 3. That's 3's costume. They used those costumes for the Blu-ray covers.
with the eyes, man. The
Like
no
the
lids.
eyes and the more liver spots, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey,
That
dude,
looked
when
bad.
you get a chance, watch that. Well, that fight right there with
Uh-huh.
Splinter. That's when he fought Shredder
No,
in the
that's the
sewer.
origin story. That's not the fight.
What movie is that from?
This from the same movie, but it's
Like
not. It's not the fight. It's the origin
okay.
story before the foot break in.
Yeah, but that fight was cool, man. Like Splinter was moving like a big rat. You know what I'm saying? Like with a rat with a katana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he was using his tail as like a fifth appendage and everything, which was cool.
I love the
I
choreography
think I
in
did
those
see the
movies.
Yo,
Love the choreography.
This fight is fucking.
I like he
That's
cool,
cool, bro.
bro.
You don't enter a scene any more pimping than that, bro.
No, that's just cool, bro. He just floated down there,
Hey, hold on. What's that?
What's this is? I don't know.
Who was the first one to rush in again? Hold on, hey, dude, pause it. Hey,
Raphael, of course. Raphael.
was Raphael the
Yeah,
first
of
one to rush in?
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, all right. I was
I'll
gonna
bet
have a
you money.
bet. I was gonna bet y'all on.
I bet you money. Of course, it's Raphael. In the old style.
He just got his ass whooped as soon as he ran.
Oh yeah, as soon as he ran, he got his ass whipped. Then Leo jumps in. He just kicks him out.
Who got flipped in between the crotch? Then he stick the stick.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, he flipped him all the way
Michelangelo.
backwards. I said, "Damn, how strong is Shredder?" He flipped that full grown size. turtle.
Raphael goes first. Raphael gets his shit rocked, and then Leo jumps in.
Oh, God damn!
Why don't you go next?
Hey, he did.
Thank you.
He
And
did.
Leo's like, what?
Fuck out.
Like, match you for it. And then Michelangelo goes next, but they don't show.
I love the lips, dog, when they yeah, man. Even when Splinter shows up at the end. So what happens there? He fell into the trash truck. How did they bring him back in part 2?
They said that the helmet protected him.
Okay,
and then he apparently.
Because at the end, all we see is his helmet get crushed.
The lore goes that he.
Hey, look at his lips. Look at
the lore goes that he was in the trash, and he wakes up and he used styrofoam. He used styrofoam to sail back to New York and set up his new base.
Right, because I know they explained it in the second one. I gotta look at the second one. Baby.
He goes, Donnie.
Yeah, baby.
Donnie just talks to the staff, but like Donnie's like, nope, you ain't shit without your weapon. There comes Mikey. This is where he flips on
Mikey,
the
get in that business.
Oh, there's Raphael. Raphael actually gets a hit here, though.
No, that's Leonardo.
That's Raphael. Right.
No, that Leonardo gets the first hit though.
Oh, Raph.
No. Raph got a hit on him there, but I don't think they counted it. But he hits him right here. Leo gets the hit, and Leo. That was great. That was great because Leo was fucking going for the kill. Like that was like Leo was not fucking around. He was going for the kill right there.
These are classic nostalgic movies right here, bro. These movies I remember I had this movie on VHS and they were peeking up through
that's the one I got right there.
I destroyed the tape.
They were peeking up through the little sewer top. You know what I'm saying? On the VHS cover. Hey, come on, Casey Jones.
Just if I
Here's Leo right here. He gets an actual hit. He's going for the fucking kill. He wasn't fucking around, dude. Like Leo's like I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Caught him across his jaw with that. Right? Hey, watch his mouth. Watch Raph's mouth when he I'm telling you, that was part of the appeal of the movie. Yeah, it was. Where's Splinter? Yeah, like the way they mouths was moving.
What? You lie.
Do I?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Leo. Damn.
Bro, this Shredder was not playing, dog.
They were never ready for him.
No.
They were never ready for him.
And you're right with the Michael Bay ones. Like they were even less of a match than they were in this movie. I mean, at least Leo landed a drip of blood.
Yeah.
And the Michael Bay Jones, they weren't even like they couldn't touch him.
That's always been the lore, right? Mm-hmm. Like they've never been a match for Shredder, and Splinter was always afraid that he would lose them if they ever went after him. That's why in some cases he didn't even tell them about him.
Frank, let me ask you: Did you ever see Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I never saw that joint.
What?
I've seen clips of it on the choreography of that joint. When Batman fights Shredder.
Watch it.
Awesome. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Watch it immediately.
The only place I can find it is to rent it. I want to.
You should have told me. I would have brought it here. I would have been like, here.
I'm gonna have to find it somewhere because I have to watch the whole thing.
I think check HBO Max.
But the choreography on that joint was tight.
Yeah.
Like Batman versus Shredder, they were going in.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what the hell? But I never saw the end of the movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
That's crazy.
I like when Batman and the Turtles first meet each other.
Yeah, they saw the Batmobile. I like how they couldn't touch Batman.
No, they couldn't.
Like Batman, he's above y'all. Y'all don't.
And I was like, Batman's above them, but Batman was like, I would say he was evenly matched with Shredder.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that fight was crazy, awesome. Like they were actually going toe to toe.
Yep.
And I was like, man, that makes all the sense in the world. Oh damn. Hey, isn't Casey Jones gonna accidentally hit the button?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Hey dog, you just committed murder, dog. Hey bro, you just murdered him, bro.
Oops.
I like in the new movie where Splinter fell on the ground and like the people came over and they finally accepted him and went to help him up.
Oh, that you know who that guy was, right?
That shit would never happen.
You know who that guy was?
The guy that went to help him up.
Helped him up. You know who he was? That was Kevin Eastman. That was one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles. That was his voice.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. They got him to do that part in the movie.
I just think that would never happen because he's a giant rat, and ain't nobody gonna go help with a giant rat.
But this is 2023. We're more accepting.
Yeah,
now.
we're being more accepting now. Like I'm not reaching my hand out to help a giant rat get up off the ground, bro. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Touching your ass,
They wouldn't even touch a homeless
disgusting,
guy.
bro. Yeah. Get a job, Grouch.
Good to go.
Get a job, Grouch.
That Dave Chappelle joint.
Yeah. Get it together, Grouch.
They get it together, Grouch. You wonder why your kids grew up to step over homeless people.
I'm saying.
Get a job, Grouch. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Well, yeah, definitely, man. Nostalgic, man.
Yeah.
We talk about
7 out of 10.
Yeah, I might go a little higher than 7.3. Yeah, I give it 7.8. Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a good time with it, and the length was perfect. It wasn't overly long. It wasn't just long for the sake of being long. 2.5 hours and shit, like just an hour and a half.
Well, hey, if you're throwing shade at Spider-Verse needed to be longer.
Oh, Spider-Verse
Yeah.
Spider-Verse needed to
overall,
be longer.
Spider-Verse was a better movie than this.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I didn't want Spider-Verse to end.
Still not a better
I
movie
know.
this year. Still not a better movie this year than Spider-Verse.
I'm going to wait for Dune 2.
Dune.
But I think you might be right.
Dune.
Yeah, Dune was awesome. Bro.
Dune
When did that
bored
come
me.
out?
I didn't see one. So
Dune bored me.
Oh, you didn't see part 1?
No.
It wasn't an action sci-fi.
It ended in a weird place.
It did.
Too.
It wasn't an
I'll probably
action
watch-
movie per se, but
When
it was
2 comes
good.
out, I'll probably watch 1, then watch 2, so I can get them together.
Oh, good
Mhm.
luck.
But I definitely like
Good luck.
not that interested.
Good luck.
I got my lore. I don't need like
I'm trying to think what else we
I
saw.
don't know what kind of
like
lore
the
they're gonna
Flash, but it
present
wasn't.
Did you see Mission Impossible?
No, I heard that was great though. I heard it was good.
It was a good
Mission
movie.
Impossible actually was pretty average. It's pretty mid.
How the
But
hell
I'll
did
give it
Tom-
that it's not a complete movie. So I want to see part 2 before making a better judgment on it. But it was a pretty by the books Mission Impossible. Like Fallout was way better.
I did like Fallout though. No, I'm good. I like how the hell did Tom Cruise parlay the first Mission Impossible into a freaking franchise? You know what I mean?
Because he took over.
I like part 2 and 3. I like
Part
1,
three,
2,
part
and 3.
three to me is still one of the better, one of the
Mhm.
best ones. But 4 was great, 5 was great, 6 was the best to me. 7, like they've been consistently topping each other since the 3rd movie.
Mhm.
So I expected no less from this one, and it just did not hit the mark. Plus the big stunt in the movie we kept seeing over and over and over and over and over again in fucking commercials before movies. Like, we get it. This is the big stunt. Okay. Maybe keep this a secret so that we don't get overexposed to it. And then just like when the part actually happens, it's like, okay, what else is there?
Mhm.
You know? But it was a pretty like that Mission Impossible, especially because of the villain in this movie, and then the vehicle for the villain, and just it was just the set pieces were not really inspired. Like Fallout is a superior movie in every way.
It's almost like how far can you go?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like the Fast and Furious.
Or James Bond.
It seems to me like they ran out of ideas.
It's
It
like,
seems to me that they almost ran out of ideas. But again,
now what?
I'm gonna give it time to see the second part, and then it'll be a full movie, and then sure we'll have a better assessment of what it meant in the grand scheme of things. But like, it was just a pretty mid movie.
Mhm.
Also 2.5 hours long, but like it was mid. It was just kind of like, I haven't felt this way about a Mission Impossible movie in a long time. Each one I saw since 3, I was like, yo, give me more of this.
Tom
Right
Cruise
into
is
my
the man
veins.
though.
No, he is the man. He's still the biggest action star that we have in the United States.
Is it true he did that stunt himself?
Yeah.
'Cause I know he's Tom Cruise.
That was the first thing he did, actually.
It's hard for me to believe that Tom Cruise, worth as much money as the big star, did that stunt himself. It's not hard to believe, but it's like, what if you got hurt, bro? Like, with you, this franchise is riding on you. We need you.
This dude is crazy.
We can't have you driving a motorcycle down a cliff and then going off and with a parachute.
This dude is crazy in a special way. That was actually the first thing they did. The first thing that
I heard
they
that.
shot.
Yeah, I heard that's one
He
of the
did
first
it
scenes.
6 times. 6 times
That
before
shit
they
had
got
to
it
be,
right.
imagine driving towards that cliff and then coming off the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like that
And then
had
jumping off the motorcycle, and then jumping off the motorcycle. Now you see, like talking about it, that stunt seems so dope, but we didn't see it 70 fucking times in like literally everything. you become desensitized to it, and you're just like,
how do you even train for something like that? Imagine like the adrenaline rush, man. Like, how do I train for riding my motorcycle off a cliff and then parachuting down it? You know what I mean?
What you looking on that Top Gun joint? You gotta do it.
Yeah,
Maverick.
Like Top Gun, great movie. Top Gun, fucking in Fallout, the Halo jump.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a certain amount of jumps before you can even do something like that unassisted. And he did it. He did it in like a week. So you have to have like 100 jumps.
I didn't watch the 2 movies before
he was
Fallout,
over
but I watched Fallout because
you not got 100 jumps from
in like a week.
I watched Fallout because Henry Cavill was in it. So I was like, okay, I gotta watch it. But I didn't watch it. Was it 2 before Fallout? So 1, 2, 3 I saw.
Fallout was 6.
Okay, so I didn't see 4 and 5 yet. So
4? What? Mm-hmm. You didn't see the one with the Burj Khalifa where he's climbing the tall building?
Actually, I did see that. Yeah,
okay, that was Ghost Protocol.
The glove gave out and all
what
that.
About Rogue Nation, the one after that?
Nah,
the one where he was hanging on the side of the plane?
Nope, I didn't see that.
Yo, that was so good.
That was tight.
Oh yes, it was.
I need to go home and binge Mission Impossible.
Yeah, you do.
I do
it's so
remember
good.
It's
so good. So good. That's why like 7 was so disappointing to me because I was like, yo, I need more Mission Impossible in my life. Like, how are they gonna top 6? And they just didn't this time. It's unfortunate.
Awesome time, man. Awesome time to move. What's next to look forward to in the movies?
Nothing.
I think only Dune.
Dune.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think you would like Dune. It's a slower pace sci-fi movie, but I think you would like
Wonka, if you guys are into that sort of thing.
No, you can't top it. You can't top the Richard Gere.
They should leave it alone.
Was that the guy's name in there? Richard Gere?
No,
that guy's
name? He's a
Gene Wilder. Yeah. Richard Gere is from Pretty Woman.
Richard Gere, isn't he in this one? In the newest one?
No.
Or wait, who's the? No,
the
Oompa Loompa.
It's Charlie.
No, Hugh Grant.
It's Charlie.
So Hugh Grant. Sorry,
Hugh Grant.
That's
original.
Anyway, so yeah, you're right. Like Gene.
Yeah.
The original. Yeah, it can't be done. Like I can't stand the
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Wanted a piece of gum that tastes like a meatloaf dinner, bro.
Paper that shit was gonna be like it should have been great on paper. Like Tim Burton, Johnny Depp. Let's go.
He's made some good movies.
No, he has.
Like Claudia loves it. Like I think it was just this is when you saw it. Like I think that was the first one she saw.
It wasn't. Johnny Depp wasn't that bad.
It was terrible, but it just wasn't like it didn't have the same feel.
It was just
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, for us, especially we used to watch Willy Wonka in school. Like we used to watch that joint on the rolling. They used to roll in the TV with the strap across the TV so it would fall off the cart. We used to watch that joint.
Remember they had like the DVDs and the disc was like this big.
Yeah.
And they had the elevator just floating, and at the end of the movie, I'm like, "Yeah, it don't look so fake," but it was part of the nostalgia.
Cool. Yeah.
The one with Johnny Depp wasn't that. It wasn't terrible. I didn't hate
terrible, but it wasn't.
It wasn't the same.
It was weird.
Now, honestly, nothing really to look forward to. And the summer movies are over.
They're just done. They ain't nothing else to do.
And there's nothing else. And then, honestly, with the strikes, like again, after the beginning of 2024, there's nothing to look forward to.
You guys hear about another Amazing Spider-Man?
That was just a rumor. Nothing's happening.
With they're not doing that?
No, especially with the strikes. There's nothing happening with that.
Okay.
So.
Our media is going to suffer if they don't get this shit figured out. Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Like
you got all the money.
You know,
you got all the money.
I think
pay these people.
The problem is the money drying up because people are not
so sad
attending the theaters like that, especially with streaming.
Oh, no,
so the business model has to change.
We'll do better.
But you have to pay the writers, man. You got to pay the writers and the actors, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's Brad Pitt. Not everybody's Tom Cruise.
We're not talking like
they need to be able to live off of these wages, man.
We're not talking like 7-figure salaries. We're talking about livable wages.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like not everybody can make Tom Cruise money.
Yeah. You know, like minimum livable wages, not just for their credits or reputation. That's not payment. That's not money.
We never got into the AI discussion, man. But this is kind of what all this is hinging upon, man. Like, and this is like the biggest issue with this, like so-called. It's not AI, but the so-called like data harvest, remix that they put out. And this is the thing they're trying to rely on, man. They're going to do it with everything. Like, you think they're having an issue with this writer guilds right now? They're going to start trying to release novels. They're going to start trying to release animation, AI.
They're already doing it.
They're doing it, and that's the fucking problem.
There have been people that have already signed away their rights to have AI represent them from here until forever.
Yeah.
It's crazy, which is crazy, and the root of the problem.
Did you hear that A24, the independent studio, A24, they do like a lot of really everything everywhere all at once and all that. Like they actually agreed to the terms of what the studios want, so they're allowed to start making movies again.
Wow.
Their writers and their actors and whoever the production studios, they're allowed to start making movies again. Right now, writers now, but they're allowed to start making movies again because they agreed to the terms.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not sure because they're independent. I don't think they're a part of the union.
Okay,
which is why they're able to do it.
Right.
But still, it's fucking crazy.
Like that should just be a red flag for anybody who gets an offer from A24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey guys, look, like
yeah,
you all, they might hopefully it pans out to where they just screwed themselves, right? Like unfortunately they did some good shit, but
they've done some good shit.
Yeah, they have, but like we can't. And that's what the union is for, right? Like that's why we got the class solidarity, right?
Exactly.
That's what any union should be.
Yeah, any union is for, right? Like, because otherwise, the corporations, the big AI, the big robots at the top don't give a fuck. The robots are already; they just want the money.
Do you trust AI to write scripts and jokes? And I don't either. I feel like you need a human element.
It's not that simple.
Yeah,
it's not that simple because AI, they can put out scripts in seconds. That's true. But we still need humans to massage it.
That element, you need that emotion and that.
You need to like even syntax and like putting things in the right place, making it make sense. You still need the human touch.
Human touch
for that
emotion.
But they're gonna limit the workforce so we have one person or two people do that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, right? Because they'll just cut out all the other layers of people who would have worked in this process.
Maybe like even now, just something simple as even replacing humanity to the point where they have like one or two people doing it. Yeah. Now just simple in the stores now. The woman up there where I'm at, where I live at, all automated checkout. Yeah, I only got maybe one or two others.
There's a McDonald's.
In Canada, I didn't see that at all. They didn't have that in Canada at all.
There's a McDonald's not too far from here, actually, completely automated. They have like 3 people that are in the kitchen doing whatever.
That's it.
No cashiers.
Everything is
no cashiers. Like, it's just straight up all automated. I was like,
same thing with the Taco Bell that was over by the Walmart in Kingstown. That Taco Bell across the street.
Oh yeah, really? Same thing?
No, it was the Burger King because the inside of Taco Bell was closed. No, there's one side of Taco Bell on the other side of
okay.
But like it was the Burger King. The Burger King had there was a guy at the register. But they had 2 kiosk machines out there, and then there's people in the back, and that was it, right? And I mean, the food was trash, but like, the fact of the matter is, like, they just eliminating jobs with these like new technologies, and like
human resources,
and we have to like there's no unions for people in this position, right? There's no like collaborative protections.
Which you kind of get because you do have to streamline and make the work more efficient, right? But like. The human element says you're shorting families. You're
shortchanging the human element,
right?
Yeah, you're taking the which is ironically responsible for the advances in technology that we have.
As a human being, I can't help but feel some kind of empathy for that because think about the people who don't have that job anymore, or the people that are affected.
They gotta find some other
whether it be in a fast food restaurant or whether it be in Hollywood, right?
Homeless populations are increasing like crazy.
I was replaced by an algorithm. I was replaced by a line of code. That's some bullshit.
So you kind of get it
with signs like this.
You kind of get it to make the work more efficient, but it's like I can't help. I can't turn off my humanity. You know what I mean?
At what cost?
It's unreal, bro.
That's crazy to me. Like I was telling D just now, I was replaced by a line of code. I was replaced by an algorithm. What? A whole ass person who has a family. Even if they don't have a family, they still gotta feed themselves.
They got
like it's crazy, man. Like
all of our jobs. Everybody think your job's secure, but it's literally just a matter of time. It's literally just a matter of time.
It's like how the thing that built this country into what we have now
It's
is the
backs
workforce
of humans.
So if you eliminate that part, how you're going to kill yourself? You're going to choke yourself out. You know what I mean? Like,
it's going to happen.
Who's going to if you shortchange this, then
the only way
spend
to
the
like
money.
Limit this is legislation. Like, because nobody's going to be like, hey, other than the unions, if unions are the only people who can really kind of stand up to you, because the individuals can't do it. And other than that, it's going to have to be legislation. Because you're going to have to legislate rights for workers.
I did hear somewhere that like Congress is actually trying to step in with the strikes.
Okay.
They're trying to not trying to step in. They have stepped in some capacity where they're, I guess, forcing or legislating that the studios and the streamers, the streaming services meet with the heads of the unions to come to some kind of agreement. I don't know how that's gone. Based off of nothing, us hearing nothing, probably not well.
I don't know if you remember the rail strikes, but there was something similar with that. Like it's like 4 months ago. It was like less than a year ago. But like that, there was definitely some push from the government to make the railway companies and the unions meet and come to a conclusion, and then to like force kind of an agreement. But the agreement still didn't like pan out. Like it got to a point, and then
it fell apart.
You're gonna have to legislate to protect workers, man, because you're going to kill. You kill the workforce. You choke out the roots of the plant.
I mean, the foundation of how this country runs.
The foundation is gonna run out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna crumble.
If you lose your foundation, you lose everything else.
I know they always try to shortchange the workers. We don't need cashiers at Taco Bell. You know, they only make so much an hour, but those people are the fundamental elements of the country. That's what your foundation is built upon. Those people will go to other stores and shop and be productive members of society. And when you automate everything,
literally like iRobot type, like Asimov type shit. Like I think Asimov was talking about this shit. Like
pretty soon you're not going to need real police officers. We'll just automate it.
We're not. I don't think we're quite there yet.
Not there.
But we're on our way. This is the first step.
This is the pre-step.
This is the preamble. This is like the pregame to that. Though.
This is like Skynet before it became self-aware. You know what I'm saying? Like
Skynet when it still needed humans. When it still needed humans.
I was like, dude, don't press that button. Come on, man. You know, that's one of those movies that we never got a resolution to. Is like the whole Terminator series. Like the only movie we had in the future was Salvation with Christian Bale, right? We don't have a resolution to the movie. Like the John Connor, it's been 30 goddamn years, man. Like, are we ever going to get to the end?
It already happened.
The Skynet. Does John Connor finally become the savior of humanity and save everyone? Like, we don't know because this shit doesn't end. It's
weird because they think retcon that he's a savior of humanity. And what was the one?
I think in the last movie he was the Terminator.
That was Salvation with not Dark Fate, right? Like
the one where he ended up being the
Terminator. That was Dark Fate.
That was Dark Fate.
No, that wasn't Dark Fate.
The one with Genesis was with Khaleesi. That was with Daenerys Targaryen.
Dark Fate was the one where Linda Hamilton came back. Sarah Connor came back.
Okay.
I think that was the one.
I think it was Salvation.
So that's the one that recognized him being
Salvation was with Christian Bale.
And they had to bring in another.
No. They in Dark Fate, that was the one where Terminator blows him away in the very beginning of the movie. Like the Terminator succeeds. Terminator blows away John Connor in the beginning of the movie, and Sarah Connor was like,
Sarah Connor.
There
was another one where John Connor was
the Terminator. I think that was Salvation. No,
Salvation had the dude Sam Harrington from Avatar. Had that guy in there. Christian Bale. Yeah. I like Salvation, man. I thought that was the best one. It was the one where Doomsday had already happened. John Connor was the leader, and he was actively trying to stop Skynet.
I'm trying to remember the one between. There was one. Was it Genesis then? It had to be Genesis
because it was only Genesis and Dark Fate.
After Dark Fate, after Genesis was Dark Fate, and after Salvation it had to be Genesis. Genesis was the one where he was the Terminator.
Man, Are we ever gonna get a resolution to the movie?
What a crazy ass twist, though.
Some of these
like,
movies,
that's
even
a good point.
Like Star
Where
Wars.
do we go with that?
Yeah, even Star Wars. We don't have a resolution to the
that's
does the Jedi Order come back?
That's a good ass question. But like, of course, it's a question we can't answer. Where the fuck do we go? Because you're talking time travel.
Yeah, that's what
you're talking time. You easily write yourself into a fucking corner and you can't find your way out.
You could just make up something to get out of it.
Let's make another movie that doesn't take place in the same time period. Let's make a movie that takes place in the current time period. And let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that till way later.
Instead of going from
someone else to figure it
out to the past, we're gonna go for the past.
Even Star Wars, like through all the media, all the movies that have come out, like
someone else to figure it out.
And then go back into the past again.
We're gonna keep fucking with everybody. We're gonna make money.
Even a series like Star Wars, like we have no complete. Like, does the Jedi Order come back? Through all the movies, all the media, the Jedi Order has been pretty much destroyed for most of that. Man. Even the new ones, like the First Order and all that came in.
So I heard
Jedi Order.
No, this is a pen. This is a pen. You just
Jedi Order come back.
Can't get out.
But no, I think they're working on that stuff, man. Like I heard they're doing another movie with Rey.
Yeah,
and Finn.
I hope not.
And bring
at this point, just hit.
Are they gonna make Finn force sensitive? Because I heard Boyega signed on to that shit.
I would hope that a show like The Mandalorian.
I know. It hurts.
I know.
It hurts so it's like I don't want to talk about this. No, I'm not going to talk about this again because we talked about this last time. We were on this for hours. No, I'm not talking about this again. I'm not talking about this again. No. Okay. No. All right. No. But he should have fucking put himself out. God damn it. It should have fucking happened. What the fuck has to be that way?
They did this, God man.
Damn it. He got sliced with his ass crack at the end of the movie, man. Kylo Ren sliced him in the ass crack.
From taint to tip, dude. Like, he's just like,
how did Jamie Lannister say that shit? From balls to brain, son. Like from balls to brain, man. Damn. Shock John Boyega survived it. Did he go? Did they put him in the back of the tank? How did he survive that?
I don't know.
He should have bled out right there in the snow.
Plot armor.
There's a lightsaber like seared the wound. So yeah.
Okay.
God damn it!
I want to do it again. Are you excited for Ahsoka?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. When's the premiere? Is it next week? Week after?
23rd?
Yeah, I think so. Week after. Yeah. Definitely gonna watch it.
Watch party.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
So, before we get out of here, we gotta touch on Selma. Selma, Alabama,
Montgomery.
Yeah, the Selma, the civil rights.
Keeping your head above
water. I will say, and I was telling C this earlier.
If you can.
I looked at this video on Reddit, right? For everybody who doesn't know the backstory, just because we're recording a podcast, the guy got into a fight with a couple of white boat owners and got jumped by a bunch of black people who saw the fight, right? Now, there was an interesting comment.
Wait, what?
Hey, I think that's the lady who got hit in the head with a chair.
I'm telling you, she started this shit.
Yeah, but she doesn't deserve a chair shot to the head like that, dog.
Fine.
It's a little concussed, that's all.
Look at these drunk ass boys.
Yeah, I can tell they drunk, especially this guy.
Yeah, he's running up on me. I'm like, why are you running? Yeah. You think he'll steal your
not black people talking shit? You can tell because he's clapping. He's clapping when he's talking.
Listen to the crowd. Hey, why Joe amping them?
I never saw this. Hey, that's the dude that swam. So he was part of the crew. That's the dude that swims over there.
That nigga.
Say something else. The boat right there. The boat is right there. Move your shit.
So the guy got jumped and a bunch of black people jumped in.
Pretty much.
There was a very interesting comment on Reddit, and I was trying to see this earlier. Somebody mentioned that the history of Alabama and the pre-slavery, like it was a slave state, right? Deep South, and even post-slavery, they had like an apartheid kind of mentality with Jim Crow, and so you think about that, you think about that racial legacy, and you see why this probably hits harder in the South, in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like these white people thought that they could be bold enough to beat this older black man up.
His hat earlier, and then he went and got him, put it back on. Yeah. So
they thought they could get away with beating this older black man
iconic.
up. Right? And And when these black people saw that, these native Alabamans saw that, they weren't having it.
What were you really gonna say, D? What were you really gonna say? He's like, when these niggas saw it.
I was trying to see.
These niggas saw it.
We live in a very multicultural area, so it's like the racial disparity up here. You see it, you still feel, especially as black men, we still feel it, and you see it, but it's not as prevalent. This is deep South. This is Alabama. The history here stretches back generations of racial bigotry and hatred and between whites and blacks. You know what I'm saying? So this probably hit home for a lot of people that they could still stick up for one another. They didn't know this driver of the boat, but those guys that were on the boat. So the guys who ran up and jumped the white guys at the end, they were on the boat. Because at that part in the video, when they ran up to the boat was docked, and then they ran up to the smaller boat and started fighting the white guys, right?
Maybe.
So I would assume that they were on the boat.
I think somewhere around.
And they saw the fight. Look at the hat. Look at the hat. Look at the hat. Go! No, I saw a meme. Hey, I saw a meme where he threw the hat and that shit turned into a bat. Hey, look at this bed right here.
Right here, man.
That's the thing, right? Like,
y'all gonna come
I think there was more to.
Look, he's trying to fight it. Okay. He's trying to punch the other dude.
And look, this white lady getting hit in.
Coming in.
This other lady getting hit in. She's trying to pull him off. But
yeah, they trying to pull him off. I like this dude right here.
And he's like, yo.
He tried to calm him down.
What's she come back here for? And he's trying to get the nigga in the headline. He's like, nigga, get off him. Bro.
Look at her.
What's she getting that thing for?
Look.
What's she doing?
What you think you gonna do? Throw your drunk ass in the water.
Get out of here. And he's like, don't touch my woman.
Don't you dare touch my woman.
And this thing already slammed. Yeah, he just popped up. That's the swimmer right there.
That's slam. No, he loves you and everything. Huh?
That's just crazy, man. Look, everybody who got hit with chairs, they all right.
Yeah,
they deserve it.
No, we got to see that chair shot. No, go to the chair shot. Go to the next part of the video. Go to the next part of the video, bro.
Where it is, man.
I didn't see the whole beginning part. You have Reddit?
Not loaded up. I can pull it up.
I didn't see the whole beginning argument. I saw the part from he threw his hat 5 seconds into the video, and then the fight started. And then you saw the black guys come up, and that's when everything went down. And those people, whether they were drunk or not, they thought they could get away with beating up this older black man. Now, maybe it was just the in the moment thing. Maybe it wasn't racial at all, right?
Raw.
It was on the white people's part. Maybe it was not racial because in the moment they were drunk, they were pissed, and they just thought, "Hey, I'm gonna get this motherfucker out of my way."
Run that back. It's definitely racial. Look, the guy worked there,
and he's doing his job. Dock this boat.
Now, only a Karen would see a person doing their job and think that somehow offends you,
right?
And you doing your job inconveniences my privilege.
Some kind of color privilege.
That's caucasity.
To the nth degree. They have the caucasity to think
because common sense says, "Oh, you got to dock that boat with 100 people on it. Okay, let me move my boat 20 meters up or whatever."
Any rational person would.
Yeah, any whether you were drunk or not.
Yeah,
any rational person would be like, "Oh, you got to okay, all right, let me move."
But because I am Caucasian with privilege, I don't.
Maybe they didn't like him telling them.
Look, he was up on his toes when he tried to punch him.
Exactly.
Look how high on his toes he was.
No, they wearing flip flops. Oh no, this ain't it. Just start it over.
White voters and a black employee.
Because I saw the video on Reddit.
This is
resulted in multiple arrests. Montgomery Mayor Stephen
Look at this guy.
calling for justice.
This nigga might as well have powder on his nose.
Jesus, why?
For that go, sniffling and whatnot. So
stop man.
He just took a nose blast.
It all began when the black employee was trying to clear the dock space where the Riverside cruise Harriet II normally docks.
See, I wonder how everything started. Okay, I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
And
what devil's advocate?
Well, how did the black guy approach the white people? Hey, y'all gotta move, because a lot of it is not what you say, it's how you say it.
No, y'all gotta move this shit.
Yeah, y'all gotta move this shit. Man. Come on, now y'all can't have this.
Well within his rights to do that.
Yeah, but it's how you approach people, man. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm the driver of this big tour boat here. Do you guys mind moving up? Or hey, y'all gotta move. Y'all can't be here. Y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying? There's a different tone you set by the way you say something.
Even still,
it doesn't excuse it. It doesn't excuse it. No, it doesn't at all. But it's it's how you say some stuff. That's what I tell a mutual friend of me and Juice. It's how you say things. It's not what you say.
Far and wide.
Yeah, look at him. Look.
Turning into an all-out.
Yeah. What? Which one of y'all hit him? And it wasn't either one of them. The one that hit him, that jumped on him, came in out the back.
Take control, handcuffing people in the fight.
They were the antagonists of the whole situation. Arrest them, because unfortunately, when things happen, people of color are the first to be put in handcuffs.
Many questions.
Hey, that dude who gave her the chair shot.
No, he should be. Yeah, you get too much.
Hey, that's the dude who started. That's the dude who ran up and jumped on him. This nigga like he just took a nose blast.
I keep seeing this thing.
Damn.
Defense team. Look, in this case.
Hey, he just booked a little. Yeah. They had a little white tip on the outro and whatnot. But yo, man, you got a little something on your.
Saying like some powder on his neck. Like, whoa. Lord.
No, it definitely doesn't excuse it, but the way you say things can set things in. I'm sure that if you ask
yes,
I'm sure if you ask the driver of the boat, because in all honesty, he's probably fired now. You know what I mean? You can't get into fight as the driver of the boat. Your job is to be, I don't want to say customer service, because those people aren't customers, but you can't get into fights with people, So that dude probably lost his job. If you ask him, hey, is there anything you would change
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
Is there anything you would change about the way you interacted with them? I'm pretty sure he'd probably say yeah. I'm pretty sure he'd probably be like, yeah, I wouldn't do things the same way I would do it.
Brother, doing it.
Michael Evan Phelps. The brother. Up with the chair.
That dude with the chair was ridiculous.
Don's the brothers of the Alabama. That's the consequences of ripping times.
Man, go ahead. We lucky we got him.
Everybody got a chair in that deal?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Hey,
No, come on, man.
I was wondering where the hell all these chair memes came from. I seen a chair meme where they had like 5 or 6 people out in the field and they was practicing. They just like Umbombe. With the and it was just that y'all striking with
Man, I seen chair memes. That shit was funny. Chair memes go crazy where they're fucking interviewing They're interviewing the chairs.
Me practicing for the next time somebody try me and whatnot. I think that the chair uppercut. He was showing different chair techniques. And had the chair uppercut.
Hey, bro.
I was like, man, what?
I mean, it was the same shit with the fucking it wasn't Cracker Barrel, but it was a fucking like the chicken and waffles place that kept getting
Waffle House, right?
The Waffle House they got into like a huge
at
fight.
the vintage jump.
They were doing memes on that shit too, like crazy.
That shit was funny.
You came out that joint like
materialized out that joint, bro.
I just
keeping your head.
This dude is the one that came in out of nowhere and jumped on that boater dude. Because he was fighting the older guy, they were tussling a little bit. This mug came out of nowhere and just jumped on him and started punching him. So yeah, they punched that dude. And I like the way the dude next to him ran up and then stopped when he looked at all the black. Oh shit! Hang on, let me back off.
Like, hold up, nigga.
It's only
look, go down. I sat down and spoke with the chair. And Montgomery and got the inside scoop. That's fucking good.
Hey, you got a do-rag on?
Man. They retarded.
Bro,
yeah.
Bro, they stupid.
Hey, right there. I thought it was my wallpaper, yo.
I can't, dude. Like, swear to God.
These niggas are stupid, man. All these damn chairs. I was like, what's up with all these chair memes? What the hell's going on?
The Alabama sweet.
And then I saw the whole video, and I saw that dude clock that white lady with the chair. I said, nah, arrest that motherfucker.
He was like, oh.
No, bro. Did you
I was like,
did you see that?
No, he clocked the hell out of
Did
him.
you see that part?
Yeah, I did. I saw that joint. I rewinded.
That was overly vicious, bro.
I rewinded that joint a couple times.
She was already hurt and on the ground. This lady's probably 68 years old, and you caught her straight flush on the top of the head.
She got herself involved.
She was in the original. She was in the original sortie.
It's one thing to punch her, maybe throw her in the water. She's trying to take her head off.
Look, this right here. This shit right here.
Hey, hold up,
Showing himself, bro.
Yo. Nah, bro. This dude right here is an asshole, man. He caught that lady. That was not unnecessary.
That's the same guy.
Yeah, he's the one with the chair. Because he hit that dude, and then the lady is over here. And then he walked up and just she wasn't even fighting nobody at that point. She was just sitting there on the ground, probably crying. And he just came up and blocked her in the head. Like, what are you doing, bro? This dude is funny.
Yo, that's the selfie kick.
Is this real? Did they insert him? Or is he...
I think this is real. There's no way they could
insert it. Like, how the hell did you
they should take the joke and just like
they should do
put different backgrounds.
That's a meme right there. That nigga right there. That dude. That's a meme. He's using for a meme somewhere.
Yeah, real talk.
No, that's a meme.
Real good Photoshop if they did insert him. That's crazy.
These chairs was going crazy, dog. I think the dude get open carry license.
Could be.
I seen people doing chair exercise, dudes bench pressing, folding chairs and whatnot.
No, they think that joke
I was
crazy.
like, what the hell? Look at the chair had a cape. I seen this joke.
Your friend. Good time.
Had this man Jamie Foxx on the joint with the chair.
Yeah.
Saying what brawl means.
You know what I'm saying?
Clang. Man. Private seat 2020.
Hey, it's right here, yeah.
Man, go ahead, man.
The Aquaman.
Man. Yeah, I took that person. Oh, go ahead, man. Yo, oh, man. The do-rag
and the black Air Force. Oh, wait.
Oh, man. What was that?
I can't do it.
I got deadly.
I didn't know they had a button.
Play it because they're all about to go fucking ham on each other.
It's just a
sorry. Okay, my bad.
Oh my God, they got DJ back there.
Yeah, man.
All the black characters, dog. The black characters and the white characters, dog.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie,
they got 30.
That's dirty, bro. That's dirty.
Two ball rods and Dudley.
They got two ball rods.
Dudley and DJ.
Just for Street Fighter purposes,
Yo.
Guile was my guy. That was my go-to in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Kid's my go-to, but oh my God, they can put Cammy in that joke.
And why not Ryu? Why not Ryu?
Son.
Why not Ryu?
Because Ken's faster. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Ken combo faster. I don't know. It's easier.
Well, because Ryu's Japanese, and these are all Americans or British people.
Well, I was asking why he prefers Ken over Ryu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because he's white.
Is Ryu or Ryu?
Ryu.
I don't know. I always like Guile.
So it's right.
Guile was my guy.
Because you're American.
Do y'all like the Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter? Is it nostalgia? Is it like a classic?
No.
I think it's a classic just because it's the first Street Fighter movie.
It's extremely quotable.
Yeah, I do like
quotable, but it's not a good movie.
I do like M. Bison in there. I like the actor.
Oh yeah, he was the best part.
I like
He was
the
the best
actor
part. R.I.P. He was the best part.
Oh, he died?
Yeah. He was sick. The only reason he did that movie is because his kids at the time asked him if he could do it.
That's the play. That was the play.
M. Bison was always scary in the movie.
Adam's Family.
Yeah.
He passed away. He passed away not long after Street Fighter.
I didn't know that.
Movie.
Did he put this right there? Is that just a photo, or are they going to show us the best memes?
It's just a photo.
Yeah, they need to give us a video of the best memes. That's funny.
Avengers Assemble. That was funny, Jack.
Oh, this man was materialized.
Yo,
Man.
yo, that's funny.
Oh, dang.
Yo, hey,
I
go ahead.
That is hard though. Hey, what happened to his ankles, bro? His pants around his ankles?
He got knocked out his Crocs or knocked through his Crocs.
Oh, those are
Damn.
Crocs.
Those are Crocs,
Hey,
yeah.
bro, is that real?
Yeah,
I think that's real.
Those are Crocs.
look, man.
No, that's one thing I did feel bad for the
crazy.
white people in that video.
Knocked you right through your Crocs.
They were fighting in flip flops and whatnot, dog. I'm like, y'all can't get in a full out brawl with flip flops, bro.
Hey, bro.
These dudes got on sneakers and whatnot.
Their bed.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Malcolm grinning in that show.
Nah.
Oh,
Perfect.
go ahead.
That was unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
Yo, what the season is that, bro?
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I have blackness, but I can't turn my humanity off for that right there, though. Now, if you see the full video of that, this lady is probably 68 years old, sitting on the ground, already got beat up.
She made her bed.
All those people had already beat up on her. This dude came in out of nowhere
made her
while
bed.
he was sitting there on the ground and hit her square on top of the head with a chair, bro. No, she was sitting there, Juice. No, I saw the video.
Look, I agree
She
with
had
you.
just gotten beat up.
I agree with you.
That's why she was on the ground.
She got dropped and she was sitting on the
But this dude wasn't even hitting her. He was hitting the other person.
I agree with you. That is tragic that she got hit, but she made her bed.
She did, but
She made her bed.
Nobody
My
said
basic-
stop fighting. Nobody said
my
like, all right,
basic
She
fine.
could have walked away.
my basic
could've walked
humanity
away.
Hey,
says
when you're in a brawl, you keep your hands up, nigga. You don't sit down.
Yeah.
she's
You
an
might
old,
get it out.
she's
It
an
ain't
old
over.
white woman, bruh. She was no threat
I
to
don't
you
care
at
if
that
she was
point.
black. If she was on the
No.
wrong side, man.
It's called honor. All right. Now, honor. It might not matter. Honor might not matter when I'm squaring up against you, two men. But am I gonna go clock a lady on the blind side in the head with a steel chair when I wasn't fighting her? That's dishonorable.
She was squaring up
too.
With women, it was a woman fighting her.
No, she wasn't. She was squaring up against dudes too.
Not, bro. Maybe earlier in the video. So there were two separate incidents, right? So the first one where the guys,
that's funny.
the first one where the guys ran up onto the people on the dudes on the boat.
You got the chair.
And then they had the one with the chair. So the way I read it in the story is that incident happened separately from the guys from the whole melee with all the black people materializing. So the chair thing happened later on. Somebody off the boat handed that guy a chair. So if you look at the video, that lady was fighting with another lady, right? Ended up on the ground. They were stomping her. She's sitting there on the ground by herself. None of her people are around. Now we don't know how much time passed between.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We don't know how much time passed between when this fight started and whatever that lady did to instigate the fight, and when she was sitting on the ground and got hit with that chair, right? But we do know in that moment she was sitting on the ground, not being a threat to anyone because she had just gotten beat up. And this black dude, this coward, came out of nowhere and hit her in the blind side.
Go back up real quick.
That coward came out of nowhere, hit her in the head with a steel chair, dog. That's cowardly and that's ridiculous, bro.
Oh my God! Why,
bro? I'm sorry. To me, that's cowardly. That's ridiculous. That was the only part in this whole video I didn't agree with.
Shit out of him. We can agree on that
because that was stupid. There was no, and
he claimed
the cops let a lot of stuff slide because those cops were there. But when they saw him do that, they threw that dude on the ground. Yo, you're going to jail, bro.
That Wheel of Fortune joint. Yeah, that Wheel of Fortune joint reminds me of this video that I saw. It was a meme video that I saw. Yo, this dude on Wheel of Fortune straight up. Like,
is it fuck around and found out?
No. The dude on Wheel of Fortune that I saw straight up. Yo, he spelled out the word nigger. Like he selected those letters in order on purpose. You could fucking tell. Hold on. I think I'll show it to you. I think I still have it. He fucking he's like, I'd like to get an N. And then he's like, all right, there's an N. He's like, all right, I want to get an I. I like to buy a vowel, an I. And then there was a dude watching side by side. He's like, oh no, this motherfucker is not. He's like, I like to select a G. Like, there's two G's. And then he's like, I like to buy another vowel, an E. And I'm like, nigga. Those literally spelled out nigga. He's like, I'm like, all right, I like to solve the I like to get a next letter in R, and I'm like, yo, this dude literally on national television spelled out nigger on national television, prime time, Wheel of Fortune. Hold on, I'll show it to you.
Jesus Christ.
That's what this shit just reminds me.
Real
Of that.
shit, like not like a
no.
Hey, look at Ken. Is that Barbie or Ken? Bama boat bitch Barbie. Damn.
Yeah, dang.
No. Chair included.
Man, come on, bro.
That's just hard. That's got an iced out folding chair on that.
That's first, nigga. August 5th.
Fade in the water.
Sweet tea party. I do like the Alabama sweet tea party. I want to see that chair.
Wow, this is just at the beginning.
Sure.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yo, he spelled out nigger on that television.
Wow, is that Instagram?
Yeah, it's Instagram.
They're all the same now. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They all have like the same reels and whatnot. I want to see what that chair shot, dog. That was the only part I didn't agree with, bro. I'm like, dude, you go to jail, bro. You can't be up in here giving people a clean head.
Hey, all I know is like, you know, if they ain't already catch him, all I know is if they're asking for his information, I'm sure nobody's seen any chair
when she was no threat.
Nobody saw nobody get hit by no chair. I ain't seen nobody get hit.
She was squaring up.
No, at that moment, he was over there hitting that. So the guy he was just hit, that guy, that's before he hit the lady. He was over there. The lady is over here. So she's in a fight with some other people.
Oh, so she was like it was in line.
So by the time he got to her, she was already beat up on the ground, sitting there.
It was in line then. So you kind of waited her turn?
Nah. I don't know if y'all saw.
Should have kept moving.
She was squaring up. She got into the brawl. She should have known that some shit would have happened to her.
Was that shit not cowardly?
Hey, it's unfortunate.
Come on, bro.
It's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but hey,
I would recommend old women not be fighting and shit.
Exactly. I recommend that she shouldn't have been in that situation
because she was already getting beat up.
She shouldn't have put herself in that situation. She wasn't an innocent bystander in all this.
Let me see if I can find lady hit by chair.
She was already
so we can adjudicate this.
Oh, just type in a dock brawl.
Oh, okay.
That's why I typed it on Reddit. Should have popped up.
B is not working. Dock brawl.
Yeah, hit that joint. So is that?
Right there.
What's on?
This one might be it.
This one
251.
Wait, this one?
I think it might be up.
Go up.
Yeah, that's it.
And we lucky we
got. Damn, I saw the joint. Just show me the damn video.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with Googling it. Then you see all these like news stories and man, just show me the damn video. That's why I went to Reddit, because you can see anything on Reddit. Reddit, they show you somebody getting decapitated on that joint. You get his head severed off, twist his head around so his spinal column will break off. Damn.
Jesus.
Wielding folding chair.
Watch. Montgomery police seek man wielding folding chair.
They should already have him. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think they did, but then they let everybody go. He's trying to block it, but it's to no avail, you see.
I thought it had a cushion.
No avail.
That was a straight steel chair, dog.
He was smooting moments later. He's smoking. He's smoking. Oh, I should drive way too much.
Smoking with the chair.
A lot of people talking about the man wielding a folding chair during the
Who's
brawl.
talking now?
Important to know that he is being put in a so at one point doing this, and you said today you're still looking to speak with him. Why?
Well, we've identified him, and we know
play the video.
That, basically it'll be determined when that individual
I don't even gonna play it.
Yeah, that part right there. That lady was on the ground.
to reach out to the
That was a video.
so we can have that discussion.
Look,
again,
they asking me, "Hey, do you know who that guy is?" I'm like, "I ain't seen no phone."
Of course, I ain't
see no brawl.
Well, that dude was ridiculous. Like, there's no need for you to hit that lady. You did not have to do that. You could have killed that woman.
Yeah, right.
It's one thing to throw her in the water and shit and embarrass her, but damn, no, you could have.
Like you said, he could have.
He could have killed her,
but he did.
I'm sure she's concussed.
Nah, she's fine. She turned herself in later.
Concussed.
Yeah, I hate when you go looking for the video and then CNN and all this shit want to talk about. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what CNN got to say. I'd rather go to see how people are feeling about something. I'd rather go to a video and read the comments than hear anybody on CNN. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I guess, like I said, when I read that comment on Reddit, they were like talking about the history of Alabama and, you know, the racial tension that obviously goes on down there. And I'm like, I could see why this would set off such a huge kind of social bomb.
They got this all blurred out.
Like, to us, it's funny up here, but down there, it's probably a real issue, man. They thought they could get away with jumping on this black man and beating him up with no kind of repercussions. That's called privilege, you know.
Racist ass privilege.
That's called fucking around and finding out. That's what that show's called.
Mm-hmm. And we're lucky shit is all on video, man.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Because, like, real shit, man.
Because you can't run away from a video. It's there in your face. You can see it. You can see what's going on as opposed to hearing it. That's like Dave Chappelle said, like, if I told you a story about me fucking this big fat girl, you'd be like, oh, shit, Dave, that's crazy. And then I show you a video of me doing it. You're like, oh, we can't hang around you anymore. Now, this crew is all about. He said, then I saw a video of me doing it. Said, oh. Dave Chappelle funny as shit. I know he gets a lot of shit for all the trans and all that. And
that's some bigoted shit.
You know.
It's funny.
Everybody's a little bigoted, but he's still funny. Man. He's still one of the greatest comedians,
right?
No,
yeah,
but that black dude, you know, hang on, dudes. So you're not okay with Dave Chappelle about making trans jokes, but you're okay with that black dude catching that white lady in the head with a steel chair?
Yeah,
bro.
Those are two very different issues.
No, man.
I explain it.
One is just jokes. One was a cowardly act. Okay, like it's totally
jokes
different.
By one of the biggest people with the largest audiences making up a fucking story. Look, man, I just don't believe that.
Nobody makes you go laugh at Dave Chappelle. Nobody makes you watch his specials. So if
nobody
you watch
made that lady
you,
fucking get into a fight and get hit in
so
the head.
And nobody made that dude go hit her in the head with a steel chair, but he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Because she started the shit.
Now, what did trans
people do today?
She didn't start that
fight.
What
did trans people do today?
The old white guy started that fight. Now that lady is there in the background. That dude right there jumped on him. Right? They started the fight, not her.
She was right there with him.
She was right there, but we don't know. And Juice, at the moment when she caught that chair to the head, she was harmless.
I'm tired of clicking this shit. Anyway,
she was harmless at that moment, man.
But she carried the baggage of the offenses she had done before.
She did carry the baggage of her ancestors,
which needed retribution.
I heard that there was
ancestors are smiling upon this gentleman.
I heard there was a group of
they approved of his actions.
I heard there was a group of
they approved
that blessed the ground, the river or something. And also I heard that this dock historically was a huge slave selling dock. They used to sell slaves off of these docks right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard.
It's a dock in Alabama.
Alabama, all them they had slave auctions and everything. Yeah.
Every dock in Alabama, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's slaves all behind them Jones.
Slave port of
That's where you got your slaves from.
Telling you,
your slaves and your fish.
Oh, I'd have been in the fields like a mud, bro. Yeah, what'd you do back then, man? It's not like you go in the shack and take a shower and turn on the air conditioning. You know what I'm saying?
Just mud all day.
So you just had mud butt. You was hot and sweaty, and you had to wake up at the ass crack of dawn and do it all over again.
Hey man, shoot! I think they had kids, man. So I know you had to be stinking trying to.
It's like, how did you adjust? Let me ask you, Frank. Did you ever see 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
Juice, you never saw it?
No, I read the book though.
Can you please tell Juice how great of a movie that was?
It was really good.
It was a good movie. I know people don't like slave movies and all that, but it's for a pure story.
Like anything.
It's like the worst kind of story.
Anything.
Took a free nigga and turned into a slave.
Anything Steve McQueen does, anything he does, I'm on board with. Like Widows was a really fucking good movie, but like it's unfortunate to me that movie because that's what put Lupita Nyong'o on the map. But like,
Awesome
what put her on the map was her getting raped and beaten the shit out of, like, constantly.
I'm telling you, I was so mad at the end of that movie, dog. Like, I was so mad when he was whooping her.
Like,
I was pissed.
It's just that was hard to watch.
Hey Frank, all she wanted was some soap, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like that was hard to
watch. Like that, Michael Fassbender was a great actor in that movie.
I love Michael Fassbender, but he was the evil dude in that joint.
Right? He was, but you believed his character.
I gotta limit my intake because I like certain actors, and some shit kind of carries a stink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know Lupita Nyong'o from fucking Black Panther.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'll keep that. You know what I'm saying?
She was thick in the mud Black Panther, bro.
Oh my god,
she's always been like that.
My lord.
But they specifically did a few more butt shots of her in Black Panther too.
She's always been like that, bro.
I know, but you didn't see it like that in the first movie.
I said
no, you did. You did. But she's always been like that.
That green spandex was something else.
Yeah, she's always been like that. But at the same time, like, 12 Years a Slave was hard to watch.
She would tell Ejiofor, is that how you say his name?
Ejiofor?
Great performance in there. Michael Fassbender, great performance. Lupita, Juice. You want to get angry at some white people? You want to get angry? Watch the end of that movie where Michael Fassbender.
I don't need that movie to get me angry at white folk.
That shit. Frank, when he took the whip, remember he made
I remember
the brother. Yeah. What was his name in that? Platt. He made Platt do it, and then he took the joint and like started. I was like, "Yo, Michael, I'm about to kill your ass. You hit her one more time, bro."
Shit like that really happened,
bro. But it's like
shit like that really happened. You worried about the woman getting hit by this?
That's the movie that put her on the map, and that's the movie that got her an Oscar nomination.
Because we don't see it on video.
Beautiful white.
It's called Humanity.
We did see it on video.
So if I see it in a movie, I know Lupita's not really getting beaten. You know what I'm saying? But if I see it on a video, somebody's cell phone, I know that woman really got hit in the head hard as shit with a steel chair,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, those atrocities happen, but we don't see it on video. It's
well, you got a representation.
There's a difference. Video. It's like Dave Chappelle said. I can tell you a story about me fucking a big fat girl, but if I show you a video of me doing it, it changes that shit. Yeah, like if I show you a picture of me fucking a fat girl, or if I tell you, you be like, "Oh shit, that's
what
crazy,
you
fucking big fat girl." Well, if you didn't look at it, then you wouldn't know. Like,
it wouldn't bother me.
I'm sure if they had cell phones back in, if they had cell phones back in 1753, and we could see slaves getting beat, we'd be a lot more sensitive to it. But you know, that lady didn't deserve that shot in that moment. Like, she was harmless. The old woman on the ground. This dude came out of nowhere. Wasn't even looking at him. Came out of nowhere and hit her directly on top of her head with that damn chair.
This is my fucking video right here.
Oh shit! Try me if you want to.
Man, nigga. That's Nate, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's trying that shit like open carry. That's fucking funny as fuck.
People are stupid.
They get retarded with these jokes, man. They take anything and just run away with it.
Everybody gotta have the 15 minutes.
Yeah, hey. They ain't got no jobs, no nothing.
What's the large man?
That's their job.
Well, this is what pays.
Yeah.
This
you
shit
saw that
pays.
car?
If this shit goes viral, they get money.
They got that joint on the pillow? That thing.
Yeah, it's like open carry. It's like a carry treated like a gun.
Try me if you want to.
This.
Hey, watch that hat.
Like, that's it. That's it. Go ahead, yo.
I hate that fucking show. God damn it.
Yeah, Scarlett used to like that shit.
Assemble.
I am cool.
I still didn't like Cap calling down lightning strikes with the hammer, okay? Because he's not the god of thunder. You know what I mean?
It's the hammer.
Yes, he can lift the hammer, but he was calling down strikes like he had been doing it his whole life, you know?
Remember what the spell said.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever who is worthy shall be able to hold the power of Thor.
Yeah, come on, man.
The power of Thor.
Yeah, I guess.
Holding the hammer and able to channel lightning through the hammer.
But Ragnarok Thor channeled lightning without any hammer.
Well, because he's Thor.
Come on, man. Come on. That wasn't right. That lady wasn't even paying attention. She was no threat. He came out of nowhere and hit her on the top of the head with that shit. Bro, that wasn't right.
Yo, Santa, Merry Christmas, nigga. Love that shit.
This show you did used to be funny though.
Oh yeah.
Was it just me or was it not as funny uncensored? Like, I think it was funny or censored.
I think it was funny or censored too.
Yeah. That lady didn't deserve that. Come on. She was already beat up on the ground. People were already stomping her. Women was already beating her up. And that guy came out of nowhere and caught her on the top of the head with that chair, dog. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Video.
Go to jail, man. You could have killed that lady.
Smash.
All that crap, man. I'm sure even if you ask white people, was it worth it? They'd be like, nah, we probably should just move that boat.
I heard, I'm not 100% sure. This is what
they don't say nigga. That just say nigga Avengers.
It just say jig Avengers.
I thought it said nigga Avengers.
Where?
Right there, that one.
This one?
Yeah. Right there.
Said
nigga Avengers. Yeah, man, come on, man.
Aquaman.
Man, go ahead, nigga. Ferrante.
No,
really. The Hulkier. Whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, in this wide world of news, we got people getting clocked in the head with chairs.
How about the weird thing
how about this?
They turned Twitter into X.
I think, weird. Isn't that weird?
It's just weird to me.
That's probably one of the funniest memes, right, bro. And
I didn't mean to click on that shit.
The lesson that all of us can take from this video is take an extra moment of pause, people. You know what I mean? Take a breath before you do something that you might regret. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because even if they are racist, I'm sure they would probably do things differently now. Just move your goddamn boat. You know what I mean? Even the driver of the boat tour guy.
That's the whole thing. The keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
It's like
even the driver of the boat tour.
Another Dave Chappelle thing.
Even though they put their hands on you first, maybe don't get into such a heated exchange with them. Call the authorities, call your boss, whoever you got to call.
Or a nigga moment.
Take a moment to breathe.
Those Boondocks, yeah. It's the same thing. It's just like, yo, just take a minute.
Just take a pause.
Shit can definitely go south.
Yeah. Yeah. For everybody there. And I'm sure somebody got hurt. There's some injuries that happened, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever got arrested, whatever kind of fines.
In the Boondocks, they had an equation. It was like nigga moment plus something equals complete fucking disaster. It's like nigga moment plus nigga something equals complete fucking disaster. That's the episode where Bushido Brown got his head cut off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was like, yo, did not expect that coming. And that's what this fucking turned into, a complete fucking disaster.
Definitely a disaster.
Bro, this dude here just
I did not. I
mean, the homies pulled up, but damn.
I did not understand what all the hype was about. I'm gonna go back and look at that video because this part is on it.
Son. I think somebody asked me why it was Photoshop.
It's gotta be Photoshop.
I don't know, dog. That looked too real.
Nah, he wasn't there.
He was not real. Bro,
he looked like he was right there, man.
But who's taking the picture?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, hey, get me.
That's definitely
bro. Like,
bro,
they're not in the fucking boat because this dude have to swim all the clear across the water.
Yeah, bro, he look right. He right there posing though, for real.
Like, God
that's
damn.
a meme right there. That's a meme that should use. Put him in a put him in the middle of a day.
Go to the Can you go to the comments real quick just to see? Because I gotta know if it's real. Like,
bro,
like just keep scrolling up. Just keep scrolling up. You should be able to see the comments from there. I think. I mean, down.
I don't think it's gonna be shit. What's going on? This mouse is weird.
Oh no, nothing. Okay,
I think about to be signed in or something.
Can you click that? Okay,
yeah,
never mind. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it does look very real. Like it's
bro, he's like he's right there.
Yeah.
This man fake expression, dog.
Yeah, that's real.
He
perfectly
cheated
timed.
a little bit too hard.
Nah, that's not real because he would have had to forego all the other balling.
Perfectly timed. He's perfectly timed if it was real, dude. Like,
nah, I just passed.
I can see Dennis doing that shit.
That's Photoshop.
Okay. Because I'm saying,
is that it?
So that's the dude. The dude is gonna be over there on the chair.
So she on the ground. Yeah,
bang!
And look,
bang!
That's when the guy's walking on the phone.
Bang!
Okay, so he's not there. Okay.
And then
yeah, I'm about to say because he over there cheating. He was in that
time.
See, look, see, come on, man. That wasn't right. So the lady,
so she was getting her ass. Lady stomped out over here.
No,
go back, because she was getting stomped out before, right?
That's her right there.
That's her. Okay. Yeah, so that's probably her husband. So watch her.
Yeah, that's her.
Well, we're looking at the video on Reddit. That's her. That's her. She's getting beat up by the two women. They came around, started beating her up.
Clank.
Already on the ground.
Boom, bang,
stomping her out.
Clank, bang, bang.
Okay, so she already
And
got
then the executioner.
Now look, no threat.
So the executioner's over here.
So the executioner is going to come in.
So he's out here clanking over here.
He's over there hitting the dude.
And then he's playing.
So now they go back to the lady. Now look, she's already beat up.
And they're like, hey,
come on, bro. Nah, man, that ain't right.
Hey,
look. The black cops arrested him. That's too far, bro. You can't do that,
it's
man.
Fine. No, it's not fine. Obviously,
come on, man.
None of this is fine, right?
None of it is.
None of this is fine.
That lady was
I'm saying this is within the stream of bullshittery.
It was within the stream of bullshittery.
So that's what I'm saying, right? Like none of this is okay.
None of this got swept up. She got swept up and all.
And he got caught up in the moment.
Yeah. He's like, I'm hitting anybody.
Where the hell did
I
was like,
these y'all just like doing
anybody
this thing.
That's not black that I see.
Oh,
they getting hit with a chair. Oh, she's next.
Before I saw the whole video, I was looking at the memes, and I seen all these people working out with the chairs and Mbambe with the chairs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is up with all these damn chairs? Yeah. That joke was funny. That thing was funny. Doing a Black Panther chant with the chair. That was cool, man. That was cool. Yeah, man.
With the shoulder belt.
I think next cast, man, we should do like a funny cast. We should have like a humorous cast. We should react to like funny videos, like memes or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
this was funny.
Yeah, this was funny. You know, I don't know how well the videos gonna pop up on camera.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll just stop. It's all good.
Nobody's watching. Just deal with it.
We watching shit. Actually, one of our videos has 185 views. So
you know, I told my sisters them about it. My sister actually wants to join us on the podcast. I thought maybe we had to do a remote. Her in India.
Yeah,
I remember one time.
India.
India and Juice when they came back from school because India went to ODU, you went to NSU.
Yeah.
Y'all came back from school. We was going to the club every other weekend for like 2 straight. I don't know about 2 straight, but at least a year, bro.
We had to get set out system after college.
Well, I mean, we could do one on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know, videos will show up a lot better on Zoom. I can just kind of like throw them up. Like StreamYard is really good for that. We put the whole video in the screen, and I'll be at the they're working, and it'll be easier than doing it like this. But we could do that. But at the same time, I'm like hanging out with y'all.
I don't like Zoom. I'd rather have an in-person Zoom.
Yeah.
See, you got to
see, man, I'm surprised you ain't in church right now, man. Hey, see, you need to go home, bro. You need to go home. I ain't gonna say why on camera, but see, you need to go home, bro.
I'm going to Wawa.
I'm gonna sleep at Wawa.
Sandwich.
Wawa. Would you, AC? What you put on your sandwiches from Wawa, dog? Build a sandwich.
Hey, bro. Foot long.
Is there a Wawa close by?
No. Oh, I'm not over here.
These guys.
I love the coffee. I got good coffee.
Wawa does have the best coffee.
Yeah. They got the best sandwich.
I like those pretzels that they have with like the cream on the inside, like the
combo cheese jones.
Yeah,
the combo.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a
combo. They call combo.
Yeah,
they're disgusting.
AC.
What?
See,
no, not the snacks. No, I'm talking about the actual like pretzel.
Yeah, it's like
the big pretzel, and it's like it has like kind of like sweet cream on the inside, or it has cheese on the end that's filled. It's like cheese filled, or it's like sugar cream filled. It's good.
Frank's from New York. Like he eats pretzels.
This man,
yes, I do. Yes, I am.
A pretzel with nacho cheese on the inside, that shit is banging, man. Hey, but C don't even like mayonnaise on the sub. Hey, C, what do you put on your sub to lubricate the sub, bro? What do you put on there?
Nick, I don't use mayonnaise, Nick. I get 7 foot long whole wheat.
Nutrients. So how do you lubricate the sandwich? Bro?
I get that. I'm gonna build the sandwich. I'm saying I get the double meat, you know what I'm saying? Turkey ham. Then I get the lettuce, spinach, and then for the final touch, lube up the bread. Virgin oil, nigga.
Virgin oil. Virgin oil.
Virgin olive oil. Okay.
So you like the oil just soaked up into the bread. So no mayonnaise.
No, I'm with you on that, John. See, I'm with you on that, John. When I go to Potbellies, virgin oil on that, John, man.
But you put mayonnaise too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
So no mustard, no mayonnaise, nothing on there. Just
no mustard, just
oil.
Mayonnaise.
Just oil.
Just oil. I'll put that 1 or 2. That's it.
I mean, mayonnaise. I mean, mustard is like 0 everything, so mustard's good too. If you worry about that,
I don't want all that. I want all that.
You just don't like mayonnaise.
It's really good.
I mean, hey, bro.
This nigga see the only dude I know that will get a 20-piece nugget and eat all 20 of them plain with no dipping sauces, nothing on that joke, man.
Like no honey
I'm
mustard.
about to get a drink or something.
Get Pepsi.
No, okay.
Sprite.
That's dry.
I'm gonna get a ginger ale.
Or ginger ale. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I get an orange Fanta mix it with hot.
Yeah, I guess is that gonna wrap us up for podcast number? This has to be. We have to be over 100. I'm gonna go back.
I don't want to bring it up.
Count all the cast on the channel.
I probably shouldn't.
I still got that one with Stephanie over there with the virgin with the little meal she had. We did up there, just old crib.
Oh yeah, we did the taste test. Did we do like yeah?
So Trump going to jail or what?
Oh shit, man. Yeah, I like no, he's not going.
He's not going to jail. I'm never going to believe until he goes through the bars. I'm never going to believe he's going to jail.
Put on that jumpsuit.
Well, we all know that the
but these charges now, these are clear, right? These make sense. January 6th, collusion, making up fake elections.
I still don't think they can
clear.
I still don't think they can pin it directly on him because they can say that he incited it, but he didn't commit any of that. So how much can you penalize him for that?
No.
We all know the justice system serves rich people differently than it serves people without money. So
yeah.
If you can pay for your way out of jail, you can kill somebody.
No, the charges are for the making of the fake electors. Like that was he had hands on that. Those are his correspondence.
And allegedly, but until you have something concrete, if it was concrete, he'd have been in jail already because that was election fraud.
Well, like if it was concrete, they would have charged him, but they did. Indictments, right? They have the indictments. Right?
I still think the justice system serves people with money.
So they haven't charged him yet.
They didn't charge him. He's got indictments.
And if you have money,
but they finna charge him.
You can kind of finagle your way out of
what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, the justice system is weird like that.
Because it's pretty clear, right?
The only thing this whole thing will do is strengthen Trump's. Somebody said on the radio, all this is doing is putting distance between him and his next closest Republican, opponent, for the election coming up. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. Because everybody who's a Trump supporter already is going to be a Trump supporter even more. Hey, look at him trying to take him down. You know what I'm saying? Look at him trying to step on him. They don't want Trump back in there. We voting for Trump. We doubling down on Trump now.
But he lost the last election.
He did, and he's still president of the United States.
Huh?
He did lose the last election, and he was still president of the United States.
He was, but he lost, so he's not president of the United States.
No, you mean with Biden?
Yeah. Biden won the last election, right?
He's talking about Hillary.
You talking about Hillary?
Did Trump run against
Biden?
Ran against Biden.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did.
That was the last election.
That was the last election.
Yeah, he only served one term.
Yeah, right.
So
but he run in 2024.
Yes, well, he's trying to run.
He's going to run again in 2024, and they got these charges.
Right. Because they said there was like a miscount and all that stuff. But no, he lost 2 elections because he lost the election against Hillary. Right? He didn't get the popular vote.
That's correct.
Yeah, he didn't get the popular vote.
He didn't get the popular vote, but he still got
because the electoral college is cheap, right? That's how Republicans win.
He still got the swing.
That's how Republicans win. Remember, they have to get that cheap.
What kind of government do we have?
Yeah, I mean, he lost 2 elections and still won one of them.
That's electoral college, right?
Yeah. What's the?
I think this is just going to strengthen his claim to the. He's not going to have. There's not going to be another Republican candidate anybody's going to care about.
Control over.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't even have control over shit.
And one thing you have to admit with Trump, whether you like him or not, the news stories were a lot more fun. It was more fun to pay attention to the happenings going on within the White House when Trump was there, as opposed to Biden.
I don't know if I'd use the word fun, but they were
entertaining.
They were definitely
entertaining. Is probably
kind of like rather not know.
Yeah, they were definitely ever present.
I don't even know if entertaining is the right word.
We definitely had more insight as to what was going on.
You know, when you hear Biden talk, like give an interview or something, you're like, yeah, okay. Like, no, I can't even listen to you, bro.
Hey, all things considered, that's the fucking way it should be.
Yeah, I kind of prefer that for a president. Like if we talk SNL,
it should be a level of inspiration.
If there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong.
Was Trump inspiring to you?
Not inspiring, but he was entertaining.
My thing about Trump,
it's like different, right?
About Trump, despite
we don't want to be like I don't like the idea of the president being a clown. Because George Bush was a clown.
Well, he was a celebrity.
He was also
George Bush had an accent to go with the clownish shit, so it was kind of funny.
He also wasn't very smart, but he was also making some effed up moves out there, right?
But Trump president twice.
And plus, wasn't Dick Cheney really running the country when George Bush was there?
Doing effed up moves, huh?
Wasn't Dick Cheney really running things?
Yeah,
when George Bush was there. Let me see. Our lifetimes only span back what? Reagan.
That's about Reagan.
Reagan, we came in towards the end, I guess.
I was conscious of politics.
Jimmy Carter. He come out
before that.
Reagan,
Jimmy Carter,
Bush,
Jimmy Carter just
Clinton,
before Reagan.
Bush,
Jimmy
Obama.
Carter.
So 7 presidents now.
I thought Jimmy Carter was the 70s. Oh yeah.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, he was before Reagan. Yeah, he was Reagan, and then it was Bush.
Then
it was Bush Senior, and then it was
Clinton.
Bush
I think Reagan got out in '84
Clinton,
when he was born.
and
then
then
it was just Bush
Jr. and then
Bush
Obama,
Jr. Yeah,
and then Trump, and then Biden now.
Sleepy Joe.
7 presidents.
Sleepy Joe.
You ever seen the dude talking to me? Like he talks sleepy.
Oh, I mean, he talks like he's about to die any second.
Yeah,
He does sound sick. I'm like, is he okay? Like, y'all have that
like
White
my
House position?
whole issue is that they're not trying to do a primary for Democrats. And I know it's like traditionally you don't primary your president, but
y'all think he's
Biden, man.
Y'all think he's a clone?
Of what? Of what?
You ever seen this dude's head, man? His head just be shifting, man.
Who?
Biden, Sleepy Joe.
Shifting from what?
You ever look at this dude's head? His head's just changed every time you see him doing a press conference. His head is like.
No, if I'm gonna clone somebody, I ain't gonna clone an old.
Look at his head in a certain shot.
So you think it's a clone though?
I don't know. I don't know if that was the best. I don't know if he's the best use of a clone specimen.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah. I want to clone somebody young.
You're better off with
him
the sheep
at 90 years old. That's like,
hey, look, Joe Biden.
Just stick with the sheep at this point. Like, don't do the old guys.
Sheep or the cats?
Sheep are great. Yeah, cats,
sheep. You know,
birds maybe. Not old white guys.
I don't know. That dude's head seems to be doing shape shifting.
They're cloning him at that advanced stage. That's not a good idea.
What movie was that? The dude's head was bubbling. Was that Big Trouble in Little China? Was that it? The dude's head was bubbling and blowing. No. I think it was that was Martin.
That's 11 o'clock.
That was Martin when and then real quick, I was watching I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, right? I told him that joke back in the day.
Yes.
Remember when he kept throwing Damon Wayans them down the stage, like you can take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they was falling out. That shit was funny as shit.
They wouldn't even do. They just go right there.
No. You just go out that window. You can take the stairs. And then the next shot, they was tumbling over each other down the stairs, man. Shit was funny, man. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Guess we're gonna cut it off here. This episode 111. This is the 111th episode. The Intelligent Idea Talkers podcast.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. It has to be over 100. I swear to God.
Sure.
We've been doing this shit. We've been doing this shit since
from
before
now on.
Trump was elected.
I thought we were in the 120s, but okay.
It has to be.
Oh man.
Dude, we were doing this shit. I think I went back and listened to the first one we ever did. Because the second one we ever did was reviewing Batman vs Superman. And I remember I had to leave early, so we did like a 30-minute cast. So whenever that movie came out is when we started this shit. When did BVS come out?
2015.
15, 16? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not about right.
A minute ago. We have to be over 100 right now. But man. Anything else?
Eat right, try to be healthy and
no mayonnaise.
Hey.
And don't hit people with steel chairs.
If you're in a fight, don't sit down because you might be hit by a chair. Like it's not over yet.
She was already beat up. She was getting beat up already. She didn't see that dude coming.
The ordeal was still going on.
You're getting stomped out.
You got to tuck and roll.
Oh, she was in that joke like, and then the dude came out her blind side with a steel chair. Like that wasn't right. Come on, man. Like if you go hit me with a steel chair, at least let me look you in your face and see it coming.
He made her bed. Now she has to lie in it, bro. You in a scrap? You
we all know who's to blame. That one white guy who came flying off the side.
Oh yeah. Because he set the whole thing off. They could have went down there and separated.
Because he swung that punch before he threw the hat. Now we all know the hat was a signal that it's on.
Like, yep, that's it.
But he threw the punch and then the hat went up. And then he threw more punches. And then the guy came in. So we all know who started this. And that guy's the reason she got hit by that chair. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Events just unfolded.
I see what you did there.
Unfolding chair.
Yeah, speaking of folders, you know one of the worst moves on wrestling is when they put these. Remember, they used to put your ankle in the steel chair and then stomp on the steel chair. I know Frank remember that, Joe, man. I watched wrestling, man.
Love it.
It was crazy.
Oh, check out American Gladiators on Netflix.
Yo, I'm going to see that like immediately.
I'm on like episode 3. So
I'm gonna make some cereal or something. I was like, so good. Like, let's go.
They talk about all the behind the scenes stuff.
Great laser.
Oh man.
What's your go-to cereal?
Nitro. Was that?
What's your go-to cereal?
Oh, shit, I have so many. Lucky Charms, Cocoa Puffs.
Banging.
Banging. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Good old-fashioned cornflakes.
Cornflakes
with sugar?
Solid.
No sugar. Just cornflakes.
I can do Cheerios with no sugar. Cornflakes, I got it.
I can't do Cheerios.
So we was talking about sugar techniques earlier.
Cornflakes actually has more sugar in it than Cheerios does. You know, so
you like Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, of course.
So remember the apple cinnamon Cheerios, man? I want a bowl of cereal right now. Right? So there's a technique to the sugar, right? So you sprinkle some sugar on top. Do you shake the bowl to get that sugar down and then put a little more on top, or do you layer it all up on the top and then put the milk on? You know what I'm saying?
I'll put
some people layer it all up on top and then shake it all down to the bottom, so that way with every scoop you get some sugar.
I pour the milk in.
I pour the cereal and milk, and then I put the sugar on top.
Because it dissolves.
Because it eventually just dissolves. You mix
it. Are you guys scooping? Wait, you guys were scooping up.
You mix it.
Were you scooping up straight sugar from the bottom?
What you're doing is the same. It's the same thing.
But that way you can control how much sugar you get on.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. If you just mix the bowl afterwards.
I just never put. I just never do milk and then sugar.
That sugar has to dissolve.
The sugar dissolves.
Otherwise,
it will dissolve either way. If I put it on first,
it depends on how much sugar you put in. I don't know. You talking about you scooping up sugar? I thought it was a lot of sugar.
Well, you don't put a lot of sugar. You gotta sprinkle it on there.
Okay, I thought you were saying like you're scooping up sugar.
Well, sometimes you do. So you put an adequate amount on the top. You shake that all down to the bottom, so that all the sugar you put on is at the bottom of the bowl.
Like a motherfucker.
So that way, when you go for every bite, you can control how much sugar is on each bite. Because if you scrape harder at the bottom, you're gonna have more sugar. If you scrape lighter at the bottom, you have less sugar. You know.
That means you have residual granules of sugar at the bottom.
Yeah. At the end of the bowl, you have sugar at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean that's how it used to come out sometimes, where you would finish the bowl and you would see like a layer of sugar.
I just didn't put that much sugar in.
I get 2 spoons.
I'd be like, I get like a teaspoon of sugar, and I just sprinkle it on top of the milk and mix it up.
Now, what cereal are we talking about?
Like your Rice Krispies, Cheerios, your cornflakes.
Like Apple Jacks don't need sugar.
Yeah.
Like the sweet stuff
Crunch doesn't need sugar.
But like Cheerios,
cornflakes,
like your plain cereal.
What about Raisin Bran? You put sugar on that?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, I got a little bit.
But actually, one of my go-tos is Raisin Bran Crunch, which I don't have to add sugar because those granola things have sugar. They're like honey mixed to sweet already.
And you know what? You know what to me is not bad. Honey Bunches of Oats is not bad, and also Life cereal is really good.
Honey Bunches of Oats, you put sugar in that, you kind of fuck it up.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Life
you got
cereal is really good.
A little bit.
You do. Life cereal is really good.
Hard Jax is banging.
Oh no!
I'm going home to get a bowl of cereal.
I know we're cereal right now, so I'm really
I'm gonna watch some American Gladiators tonight.
Oh,
cereal,
so good.
Cereal, do I?
Yo, they have like you see it, man. They got cartoon segments where they're like talking about stories that happen behind the scenes.
What's the show called?
Do you like Fruit Loops or Apple?
Should I just search American Gladiators?
It's like behind the scenes.
Do they have the actual show on Netflix too?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I wish though.
Because like with that documentary, usually they try to tie in somehow by having like the source material on the same streaming service.
I would rewatch all them shits again though.
Yeah.
Just because like that show was
Nitro, Blaze, Laser. I love that fucking show.
Yeah, son. Bro. Yo, Nitro was all over this show though. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, he's all over. He's got all the stories.
Nitro was my dude.
Yeah.
What's the modern day equivalent? Is it like Ninja Warrior? I guess.
Yeah. It's like that's like the one that spawned all this.
Really?
Because the gladiators, you had to make it.
Obstacle courses.
The gladiators were obstacle courses, but the gladiators were the real obstacles.
The contestants had to go through the course, and then they would go against the gladiators.
The gladiators would wait for them at certain points in the obstacle course. They would have to get past the gladiators and the obstacles.
There's nothing actually like that. There's nothing like that.
There was nothing like it. They had the show on Fox. They had the show on Fox that was kind of the equivalent. I forget what it was called. But it had like a bunch of like martial artists and stunt people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I remember that.
It was like on Fox at the same time. Masters of something. I forget. But like it was a show on Fox that was competing with American Gladiators, and like
they talked about roller derby.
But like this show was legit too because it had like all these like stunt people and martial artists like as like gladiators, you could say, like challenges for these contestants to get through, and then you'd also have like some of the gladiators help the contestants get through, you know, like you would pick a guy. You would pick a guy. I remember one guy's name was Tsunami, right? Like you would pick Tsunami to help you get through this course, and then like you would go up against this other dude who was kind of like Johnny Cage or some shit like that. The show was fun. It was like Masters of some shit or something Masters. Familiar. I forget, but it was a good show. It
sounds familiar.
It was fun.
Yeah, it does almost sound familiar.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if there's a show like American Gladiators today though. It was a different time.
Yeah, you know? Everything is just.
I mean, those guys. Yeah,
it's all like reality TV, really. You know,
what am I going to watch when I get home? So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably finish up Loki. I'm on episode 4.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
Well,
I finished Falcon and Winter Soldier. I thought they nerfed Winter Soldier, man. I was like, where's all that Hydra training, Bucky? Why are you getting beat up by this little girl? So that little girl, they took the super soldier serum. Does that mean they're trained too? Does the super soldier serum train you? Because they're kicking Bucky's ass. I'm like, what?
Well, they're kind of already trained. They're like rebel fighters anyway, right?
I was just like, Bucky, you're the Winter Soldier.
I for one couldn't stand the fucking fact, like Sam Wilson in general. No super soldier serum whatsoever. This dude is going to get destroyed in this next movie. I'm sorry.
Even in the show, I was like, how is he going to makes him
as Captain? Oh yeah, so of course. Let's you know, let's root for the little guy.
Yeah,
right?
He's an underdog.
Don't make him fucking Captain America. Any fucking low-level Captain America villain will beat his ass.
I did like
break every bone in his body with one fucking hit.
In reality, but you forget.
He's got heart.
Like
plot armor, heart.
Plot armor, and heart.
Yo, he's literally a fucking planeteer. It's like heart, useless. They're not gonna work.
He's got heart.
And he's got
the heart. Okay, I like the fire.
He's got momentum, and I'm
thinking like you.
That's what back at the end. Captain America. He's like heart. You're like, oh,
you cannot throw Cap's shield like the way a super soldier could.
Nope.
You gotta get that shit to Bucky.
You don't even know the trajectory of how it's gonna come back to you.
And the fucking when he catches the shit will fucking take his arm out. It take his shoulder out.
Only if he goes with Cap's strength.
Look, he was able to throw it with Cap's strength when he was training. Remember we threw it in the woods when he was bouncing it off all the trees?
Because that shield doesn't follow any laws of physics.
I didn't buy it either. I was like, give it to Bucky. Let the person who's best fit to wield it.
Nah,
we've had symbolism. We've had symbolism for so many years from Captain America and Winter Soldier. When Winter Soldier first came on, we've had so much symbolism in that movie alone. Motherfucking Captain America threw his shield at Bucky while he was chasing Bucky. Bucky catches the shit with the fucking same arm that's the shield arm. And I'm like, symbolism.
Yeah.
I'm like, the shield belongs to him. It's supposed to be his.
I do like how Bucky was mad, how Sam donated the shield.
But for now,
in Falcon and Winter Soldier, Bucky had to be the one to tell Sam, like, Sam, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I did like that. I was like, yeah,
like,
he's
what the
right.
fuck are you
Why
doing?
the fuck would you donate?
Like, why would you donate the shield? The shield is ours. It's our legacy.
I get Sam why he was donating.
Because he handed it to him.
He didn't feel like he was
doesn't
worthy.
feel like he's worthy for the same reasons you're talking about.
No,
I get it, but I did like Bucky. Like, why did you give that away? You know, you don't give that shit away. I did like the dermalogic.
They didn't need it. They're superheroes without the shield.
That shit was
they are superheroes without the shield,
right? So that shield that they got to take on,
shield.
And they got to take on that Birdie.
But this shield came from a super soldier. You're gonna give it to a regular ass dude. That's a problem. That's a fundamental problem that I have with that whole thing. You're giving it to a regular ass dude. Yes, he has heart. Yes, he deserves it. Sure,
but that's how Cap
but
sees
Bucky
himself.
deserves it more.
But Cap sees himself.
Bucky only deserves it
as a regular American with enough heart to do great things, and he knows he's got the super serum. But he sees Sam in himself, right?
I understand that.
Bucky is a fucking psycho.
Bucky
he is a killer.
But the thing is, Bucky is literally a Captain America. Like literally, he is literally a Captain America.
Yes, that nigga.
Why not give the fucking shield to someone who is going to
what do you think it'll take to turn
same way to turn Bucky? Bucky, the only reason that Bucky goes apeshit is because of the fucking programming, which he has not been deprogrammed yet.
I did like how his psychiatrist was saying the trigger words to him, and he was having that emotional moment trying to fight the urge to revert to the, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, that's some characterization for Bucky right there. Like he's past that mind control part where like he was resisting.
It was a struggle for him.
Yeah, it was a struggle. He was crying and everything. I was like, okay, that's a cool moment. I like the Duromilage showing up.
Those dope.
That shit was tight as hell. I was like, oh shit, dog. Yeah, you got fucking
and the way how they just handled his arm. They just press the button, his arm just fell off.
he was like, I was wondering when you get here. They panned back and showed her. I said, oh shit, that's right. He killed the king. Like, oh yeah, we coming for your ass, bro. What the hell you mean?
I think with Sam getting the shield, I think it's like half and half. Like, I get why he got it, but it's also putting him in very real fucking danger. And at the same time, I feel like they did do it in the comics, yes, but I feel like it's pandering a little bit. Like
I did like his speech at the end. I thought it was relevant. He was like, I'm a black man standing here holding this shield and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like that was really because like we are as American as you get. I mean, you got the shield on your shirt. We are as American as it gets. So like,
it's ours too, man.
We are American. It is ours. That is our symbol. That's our flag.
And they'll act like it's not us.
Yeah.
Until he fights his very real fucking first villain, he's gonna fucking die.
It's okay.
Any one of Cap's villain, Crossbones.
I kept thinking like,
still existed.
Where is Sam's guns? Like he didn't have any weapons. Like. Didn't he have?
It's not a Captain America thing anymore. He's Captain America now. He's not Falcon anymore.
I did like how what was the Captain America name in that?
Yeah, he did. Remember he had the
he did. He had the two joint Civil War.
In
comics.
Mm-hmm. No, Civil War. He had the two sidearms.
In the comics, he had the sidearms too.
Yeah,
two submachine guns. Yeah.
So there was what was the Captain America's name in there? The guy, the fake Captain America. Remember when he killed the dude with the shield? Spoiler alert for Captain. When he murdered the dude and that shit had blood on the shield. I was another like.
That's when
Steve Rogers would never do that shit, bro.
To me, that's when that show finally started getting good.
Yeah, I was like,
that's when it finally started getting good. But it was like episode 4. It was like the end of episode 4. So I'm like, oh wow, okay. So we have 2 more episodes left of the show. But it took 4 whole episodes for it to get to this point.
And this is Bucky.
You know? They build a story.
This is Bucky, man. You could have used Bucky.
Where's
Bucky?
Sam's like, I don't deserve this. So here, I'm just gonna give the shield to anybody.
Everybody wants a reluctant hero. Nobody was like, finally. Don't trust that dude.
I do want to know about the new shield. Like that new shield, that's not the same shield that we've been seeing, like throughout the rest of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Captain America had it, that shield is a different shield. It's lighter, it's wider, and it also has like a line going through the gray part of it.
Yeah, I thought they just did that for the aesthetic to show that it's a different time.
Well, I mean, that's
Cap shield.
So maybe it's not
Cap get his shield broken?
Cap handed him. Cap did get his shield broken, but Cap handed him that shield when he came back
because he had it in the same case, same carrying.
So where did that shield come from?
So where did that come from? Did he get it? Like who made that shield for him?
I like the black super soldier too. I'm like, where the fuck was you at during Thanos and everything? We could have used your help, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like where were you at? You know the old black guy that was in Baltimore.
Isaiah Bradley, the first Cap. Where
the fuck were you at, bro? Like you didn't think you needed to jump in? You know what I'm saying?
He at this point he doesn't have his powers anymore. Well, he still has a super soldier serum in him, but it's very, very low level.
I hated seeing Bucky get his ass
angry at white America.
Yeah, he was definitely angry at white America.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want to fight those battles.
For what?
Yeah.
Why?
He could have killed every white person he came across. Right? But I hated Bucky getting his ass whooped. And I know I'm extending this by like 20 minutes by bringing up the Falcon and Winter
we
Soldier.
already said bye.
I know we did, bro. But like, I hated Bucky getting his ass whooped by that girl, that little girl who just took the super soldier serum. I'm like, where's that Hydra training, Bucky?
I couldn't stand that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't. What the fuck am I looking at?
I couldn't stand that they made her like the villain.
She's going toe to toe with Bucky,
U.S. agent. Like, I couldn't stand that shit. Like, who the fuck is this girl? Where the fuck does she come from? Don't give a fuck about her. Where is her history? Like, and she's dismantling the Winter Soldier.
I liked her drive and her story, I guess, but I just didn't like how she was a match for the Winter Soldier. I'm like, it's a trained assassin super soldier, bro. Like, where's that training? Like, you should be a leader. I thought they nerfed.
I do like the Winter Soldier is going to be on the Thunderbolts. That's fucking dope. So
that's where he belongs.
Thought they nerfed him. And also the actor who played Winter Soldier, he lost a lot of weight since playing the Winter Soldier. I thought he looked like too slim, you know. He looked strong enough.
I thought he looked fine.
Yeah.
I was actually excited.
He used to be chubby.
I was actually excited in third episode. Was it the third episode where where they basically said, "Yo, you got to come in as OG Winter Soldier on this one." Like when they were going with Zemo to the club. Like, you got to come in as OG Winter Soldier. Like, I want you to be like old Winter Soldier. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're getting old Winter Soldier. He didn't really do shit.
Zemo had the furry collar that was flipped up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he was cool as shit in that show, man. It's like, goddamn, Zemo.
Nazi.
What happened there? Okay, the dermatologist took him off, so we never saw him again at the end.
Well, we'll see. Well, he's gonna be in the Thunderbolts.
Okay, yeah.
That's right. Baron Zemo is in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, he's in the Thunderbolts.
He was whooping people's ass in there too. Like,
he was supposed to be the leader. He was supposed to be the leader, but 2023 they made Black Widow, Yelena Belova, the new leader. So, because Baron Zemo was supposed to be the original leader of the Thunderbolts, but with the exception of Thunderbolt Ross, like the team is named after him.
Hey, see, don't worry. See, I was sitting there like you with these motherfuckers over here talking about Luke Skywalker and all that. I ain't watched The Mandalorian, none of that shit, man. I didn't watch WandaVision, none of that shit. They just over here talking and
now
shit.
you all caught up.
Right now, look at this shit. WandaVision's still probably the best MCU show that they came out with.
True.
I like that show.
But Loki is really good, though.
Loki's also really good.
How far you Loki?
Episode 4.
All right, you got like what? 2 episodes? 2 episodes?
4, 5, 6.
Okay,
I think it's 6 episodes.
Yeah,
it gets 6 episodes because Falcon and Winter Soldier was sick.
Ran out of money.
Yeah,
they can't be paying these movie stars money and have
on a streaming service
26 episode season.
We're not going to if they're paying out these streaming deals, we ain't gonna get much more of these. That's gonna be like we got that face actor,
and especially after what Bob Iger said, which I agree. But after what he said, they're gonna tone it down a lot.
What did he say?
Well, he said that we said basically what like we've been saying for a long time, where the MCU lacks focus. There's too much content, and nobody gives a shit about TV shows.
They should have used some of the more prominent characters from the movies and built those characters up.
He said that from now on there's going to be less TV show content. There's going to be less TV show content and provide more of a focus on the narrative. So I was like, okay, Hawkeye. I never liked you, but I like this.
Here's what I see it, right? The way I want to see it is like when you have your like wrap ups towards the big finale, right? Like the end game for the next go round, which I feel like we haven't gotten that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. They should have been
started. When they start tying things together, the Kang Dynasty, they start tying that up, cut the shows. But in the in between time, like after that next arc, right?
Fill it up with TV shows.
Do a couple shows at the beginning, right, to keep people engaged, and then limit them, and then bring it back up to the next arc.
That's not a bad idea, but you have to admit the TV shows that we've gotten, a lot of them were unnecessary.
That's fine.
Like a lot of them were just like
because you just want the interest, and you wanted to build the rosters because all these actors aren't going to play these heroes forever. They're just not going to do it,
right?
So if you continue your roster, then you have a story that provides background for the characters that you're going to integrate into the movies. You're still going to give them the backgrounds of the movies, but you're going to allow it, so you don't have to do the Hulk movie, the Iron Man movie, the Captain America movie, the Black Panther movie, and the Spider-Man movies to bring them together. You just do mini series.
I miss all those times though.
But
yeah.
But like, it's literally filler.
Yeah,
it's literally filler. Like it's just why? Like that's a waste of money and resources.
Continuity.
For continuity, it works, but like if that was the case, I don't think even Marvel would be on board with like that kind of idea, especially now.
Waste of money, sure. It'd be a lot of money. That's the only way I could see it. Like, I don't know.
It's always about the money. It's always about the money.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, sure. But if they were doing it for the continuity purposes to keep people engaged
for continuity,
in a streamlined story, then I think that would be probably the way to do it.
But this is so
like we have werewolves out here now.
That's
vampires.
So that again, good idea, but again, it always circles back to money because if you have all of these characters that are only being introduced on the streaming service, not everybody has access to these things, right?
I totally missed out on.
And also, they're losing, and also
you got it, didn't you?
Also, they're losing money. They're hemorrhaging money, which is their side in this whole strike thing. They're hemorrhaging money by providing all of these TV shows because they don't make money off of fucking TV show streaming. They make money off of subscriptions, and they make their real money in the box office.
Hold on, but wait. But that's not really true though, because what is subscription money?
Like buying your yearly, monthly fee that you pay
to get access to. If they didn't have shit on their
content,
if they didn't have shit on the subscription services, people wouldn't buy it.
Right, but the content that they're providing costs them more money, way more money than all the subscriptions that they currently have.
Between the salaries, actors,
they're spending
WandaVision budgets for the shows. They're spending way more.
9 episodes, WandaVision, $500 million.
I doubt that. That's more than some full.
Wait.
Okay, that wasn't about 2 movies.
And at that point in time, it was the most expensive TV show ever made.
That was about 2 movies worth of content.
$500 million to make WandaVision.
How many months of subscriptions does it take to make that $500 million?
A lot. With all the people that they have, a lot.
I don't know what their subscription.
I can see them losing money because between executives, payroll, salaries,
and then $500 million to make that show.
That's just expensive.
And we're talking about paying Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany like movie star salary because they're not doing it for less money. They're doing it for more money per episode. They're losing money. They're hemorrhaging money, which is why the episode format went from because that was 9 episodes originally. It went from 9 to 6, and they stayed at 6, and it's not going to be any more than 6. You're talking about paying
all the more reason to kill off these superstar actors and bring in new blood.
Sure,
so you pay them less.
And they're not spending that kind of money on every show.
Money.
Like Hawkeye is not as expensive as WandaVision. You know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, if you're going to bring in this new blood, you're still going to have to pay them because this is Marvel Studios.
But you don't have to pay them top tier. Like
you're not going to pay them top tier, but you're still going to be earning money off of production, and you got to pay them. You got to pay them because it's a status thing with the studio, right? It's the most profitable studio ever in history.
I think one thing
most profitable yet the hemorrhaging money.
One thing we all respect about Disney is the quality of their shows. Like look at a show like The Mandalorian.
This is their whole game.
It looks like movie quality. Right, you know?
No. I don't give a shit about them either. But this is their whole side on the strike. This is their whole side on the strikes thing. They're saying we're putting all this money forward with all this content, and you want us to pay you more money? But we're giving you work, we're giving you jobs, we're putting out all this content, we're producing all of this content. Y'all should be grateful for what we already give you.
As the executives and the leaders,
the whole fucking thing on the streaming service side.
As the executives and the leaders of Disney,
but the residuals is the issue.
As like the people in the forefront,
the residuals.
You have to have the foresight to see those production costs, though. You know what I'm saying? because the actors are not the ones brainstorming these shows. Like, right? So the people behind the scenes, the people who are complaining about them hemorrhaging and losing money, they are the ones who are supposed to plan out. Okay, well, this is going to be pretty expensive.
No, the people
How
are
we going to be able to
different
plan
than the people
this?
complaining about him.
So you can't blame the writers and the actors. You got to blame yourself. You got to look in the mirror. We're spending all these money on these shows, but that's our fault.
The problem with Marvel being as profitable as it is, again, this is all based strictly on their.
And I'm not talking about just Marvel, but I'm talking about Disney as a whole.
No, I know, but I'm pointing at Marvel right now. The reason why the problem with that, right, is Marvel is they have the money. They have the money to hemorrhage because they're in the Disney machine. They're in the Disney engine right now. Disney is like top 3.
As consumers, we become used to a certain level of quality from Disney, and I think they understand that. I mean, look at a show like The Mandalorian. That shit is movie quality. You know what I'm saying?
They have
even
the money.
They have movie quality.
They have the money to spend. They have the money to spend. They have the money to hemorrhage. The problem is they just want more of it. They want more of it so they can.
I'm on the side of the actors and shit, man.
Of course.
When I watch a football game, I don't watch the football game to see the owners and the executive. I watch it to see the players. So when I watch a show on Disney Plus, I'm not watching it for the director or the executive producer. I'm watching it for the actors on the screen. So
and of course, to keep those people paying those streaming service fees.
But Disney does have a point. If we want to maintain this level of quality,
I get it's about.
We have to do certain things. So
don't fuck over people and don't let your product like lose quality. Right?
This is why the answer is AI. You don't gotta pay AI shit. You don't gotta pay AI shit.
That's just the fucking the people part.
Yeah. Fuck up
right
because let's be real. In any business, resources is the biggest expense that you'll make. Right? You got to pay your people, and you're paying your people whatever salary. It's still the biggest cost. Next to insurance, it's resources. It's the people that you pay. So if there's a way, and this is the way,
most companies,
this is the way. This is the way to not pay people. This is the way to not pay people. If AI is the way to not to save on your biggest expense in every single business, they're gonna fucking try to take that way out.
That's what they're gonna do because it's a robot and doesn't give a fuck.
Right. It doesn't want money. No. Might want power eventually.
Only because it's programmed. Programmed to maximize profit at any expense.
And call me old school. I don't agree because the thing that built Disney into the huge monster it is are the people who are writing the scripts and the actors who are on the screen. So the AI is one way to cut costs.
But it's
the AI is a way to cut costs, but that human element of humor and empathy and sympathy.
It's not about the human element.
Remember when
the money.
Remember in Civil War when Cap and Tony are fighting and Tony's like, Cap's like, hey, this isn't gonna change what happened. Tony was like, I don't care. He killed my mom. Did an AI write that line or did a human being write that line? Because I felt that shit. Fuck that shit, man. He killed my mama, man.
Look,
all right.
Look, we're not gonna look.
I was like, yo, drop that fucking shit.
As part of the deal, they're not gonna eliminate humans entirely.
I know me and you.
We're gonna have like two people. We're gonna have like two people behind there saying like, oh yeah, sure, this sounds like a human.
Hey, looking at your shirt, Frank. I think Juice was Team Cap. Aren't you Team Cap?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man. You ain't telling me that you killed my mama, man. All right.
Look, I'm also team Cap, but I have on principle, man. Good reason. On principle, I have to be Team Iron Man just because Spider-Man and Black Panther are on Team Iron Man. I have to be on Team Iron Man. Sorry, I
don't care if he was brainwashed and all that. He killed my mom, man. She was.
I agree with Team Cap for sure.
You killed my dad. He was a player in the game. My mother didn't do shit.
Two of my favorite superheroes are on Team Iron Man. I can't. I have to be on Team.
Was Panther really on Team Iron Man?
Yes, he was.
He was,
but not ideologically.
By default,
he fought on the same side as Iron Man. He was on Team Iron Man.
Alignment of convenience.
He was on Team.
Ideologically,
he fought on a team.
That's
when they ran together. He was on Team Iron Man. When they ran together, he was on Team Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know when Cap was like, "Come on, guys," it was like they were running.
But hey,
Black Panther wasn't on that side. He was on the other side. Spider-Man too.
And Panther, they'll work something out.
Of course, because they're diplomatic. They're diplomatics.
Come on over later.
Didn't happen quite in that capacity though. Black Panther was focused purely on Winter Soldier,
which I kind of didn't get because Winter Soldier was still a murderer. And I'm like, Black Panther, as someone who is a hero and brings people to justice, like, are you harboring a fugitive? Like, shouldn't you have some kind of loyalty to the Accord? You signed the Accords. You know what I'm saying?
He just got.
Like, why are you harboring Cap and Bucky? Like, shouldn't you turn them over to Ross? And
actually, to his point, Black Panther didn't sign anything.
He did sign the Accords.
No, he didn't.
He signed the Accords when she listed off people that signed the Accords.
That's why. She did.
That's why.
Did? I gotta watch that again.
Natasha signed when because remember she went to the funeral of the girl and she asked Steve, "Are you coming to the summit?" Remember they had the summit when they killed King T'Challa? Not T'Challa. What was his father's name? T'Chaka. They had already signed. So Wakanda had signed the Accords. Black Widow signed the Accords.
Huh?
They had already signed. That's why he was on Team Iron Man.
Okay.
Everybody who was on Team Iron Man signed the Accords. So
Spider-Man definitely didn't sign the Accords.
Like he's like 16 years old. He did by default because he was always Team Iron Man. He never even considered going to Team Cap. You know what I'm saying? So he did by default. He was on Team,
signature. He was tricked.
He's 18. He took advantage of a young, poor teenage mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. And he must have been like
Tony Stark was
16 years old.
Young
kid. He spit the date nut loaf into the trash can when he closed the door. And they was sitting there talking to his aunt. That movie was so good. I remember seeing that on the movie theater. I was like,
still one of the best.
Fucking awesome,
best that they've done.
It is, yeah.
Everybody still started clapping at the end of the movie. I was like, that's
one of the best that they've done. Because that was like Winter Soldier in that movie, Cap in his prime.
And you were torn at the end. You were like, dog, I like both. I don't want y'all to fight, man.
Civil War.
We knew it had to happen.
Yeah, look, Civil War was one of those stories they just had to make.
We knew it had to happen, and it was just all so well done. And they introduced both Spider-Man and Black Panther. I'm like, guys, you're killing me here. You're killing me here. And they did it well. They did it well, and it was balanced. Everybody had good screen time, and it was balanced, and the action was dope.
I was sitting in that movie theater for 2 hours, and I never once thought about when's this shit gonna end. I never looked at the time. I was engaged from beginning to end, bro.
Yes, I didn't want it to end, especially the part at the end where Cap and Winter Soldier were just two-piece and Iron Man, dog.
When they were fighting, I'm like,
yo, throwing the shield to each other. I'm just like, yo,
they are the bad guys. Like, there's no Zemo's not the bad guy. They had to take down each other. I was torn, man.
Zemo was the bad guy.
Zemo's the bad guy.
And then when at the end Tony was
turning them against each other, that was his whole purpose.
Yeah, when Tony was like, you don't deserve that shield. My father made that shit. Man, drop that fucking shield, Cap, man. No, you was not leaving with that shield, man. And that's why he dropped it, because he knew Tony was right in that moment, man. So damn, he's right, man. Did this dude? I'm carrying off his father's murderer.
You know? I think I don't know. I kind of like to think that's true, but I kind of like to think Cap was like, man, I don't need this shit.
Nah, bro, he wanted that shield.
Like, I'm still Captain America without this shit. I got beat your ass without it.
Beat your ass without the shield. Shoot, man.
He didn't beat his ass without the shield, though. It's just like we were talking about. Just like we were talking about with Sam. They were mad. Sam gave the shield away. That shield was a symbol as well. You know what I'm saying? And he gave up his right to be Captain America in that moment. That's what the deeper meaning behind that. You're no longer.
You know what I really wondered was the old man Cap, like coaching Sam, like on the sidelines, right? Being this man in the chair.
That would have made more sense.
That would have been so cool. That's what I want.
Like Batman Beyond kind of thing.
Yeah, like the old man and the That's,
and then when Sam was getting his ass beat,
because that's what I was in the comics for the first arc when he was Cap. When Sam Wilson was Captain America, he had the old man Captain America on the sidelines that giving him pointers and shit like that. Was Chris Evans not in on that? He's just like, I'm good. No,
I think
I don't want to be old.
Like, I'm done. No, he just said he's like, I'm done.
And play a character in what 6 movies?
And also, Captain America, he got his happy ending at Endgame. You know, he got a happy ending.
He ain't die.
No, it's not about him not dying, but it's about him getting to be with Peggy. You know, getting to spend all that time with her, and you know, I think letting the second Captain America run around and do the shit that he knew would work out.
I think for any nerd, any like pop culture fan,
that's because Chris Evans is out. That's
Endgame was such like a pivotal moment.
It's still a Captain America thing. He's still like they're like the directors like are such big fans of Captain America.
They want to go on.
They wanted to give him a happy
ending. That's fair.
They wanted to give him a happy ending. It's Captain America, man.
And plus, we wanted the linchpin.
Because you don't want to like drag him on. Can you drag him out with the old man Cap, and they have a whole nother story? Then you got to go to the fucking
I think for any nerd,
either
fan,
way you look at it, they had to end his story either way, right? Chris Evans was out, and they wanted to give him an ending in Endgame, right? So it's like either way you look at it, they had to end his story there.
Any nerd, and that's our frustration with DC and Marvel nowadays too. Is like just watch, rinse, and repeat, bro. Like Endgame was such a like culmination of how many movies, and it was like a moment in pop culture that is never been matched to this. The Endgame was an event, bro. That was like 10 years of watching movies and looking at these stories built up to this one moment. And it's like, watch, rinse, and repeat. DC, movies. Do it. I want to see Darkseid. Did you ever watch Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I did.
Dog, do it again. Just come out with movies, build up to this Endgame style event.
They got to start over.
They did. They do have to start over, and unfortunately, there's always behind the scenes shit that it doesn't make it so cut and dry.
Shit. Yeah,
it's never that cut and dry, especially with what's going on now.
Which made Endgame even so much more special that they were able to put that together over the span of years and have the foresight to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I remember Endgame was people were talking about Endgame. Remember the end of Infinity War?
It was an event.
The end of Infinity War, everybody knew they were going to.
Everybody.
They already had money in the bank before Endgame even. Endgame came out a year after Infinity War.
Yeah.
Everybody already did. Marvel already clocked how much money they were going to get before Endgame even came out. They could have sold tickets the year before that shit. Because everybody, when you
like on the way out of this theater, you want to buy the tickets for next year? Yeah, let me get my ticket.
Let me go ahead and get my ticket.
We were lucky we only had to wait a year. You know,
like it was crazy how it built up to that moment. I don't think we'll ever be there again. Not on the pace we're at. Definitely not with the writer's strike and all that.
Spider-Man was
awesome. So good. Oh, so good. I'm definitely about to rewatch it.
William Dafoe was definitely probably the best part of that. He was like menacing as the Goblin. Like,
oh yeah. I would say Endgame was definitely an event. Spider-Man was similar, but it purely played on nostalgia, right? It brought 3 generations of Spider-Man fans together, you know, to watch an Endgame level like events where like seeing it's still wild to me to this day whenever I watch that movie. It's still fucking wild to me to see fucking 3 fucking different Spider-Men, 3 fucking actors from like, I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Like, I don't care. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, I can't. Cheating. It is cheating. But I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Heart, my emotions. Like, I see fucking Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. I'm like, yo, what, yo? Like, they fucking doing it.
Like you said, you never know what happens behind the scenes.
Of my childhood.
So even the fact that Endgame could come together over all these years and these different actors and all these contracts, and you never know what's going on. Somebody could be an Ezra Miller getting in trouble out of off the in their personal life, and the fact that none of that happened and all this shit culminated in this event called Endgame that we have in our memories that we remember.
Yeah, that was
an anomaly, man. We might not ever have that again.
No, it's gonna be a very long time. Like, I don't know.
Crazy.
I'm hoping in our lifetime we get to see something like that.
But
I do know
it was a live action comic book on screen.
I do know that like I would love to say that like we've been a part of that. Because that was a fucking event.
Everybody remember where they were when they saw Infinity War and Endgame, man.
Everybody remembers Cap picking up Thor's hammer.
Yes.
You know, everybody remembers
Tony Stark giving back Cap his shield.
Like, there was just so much that happened where I was like, yo.
The big three lining up in front of Thanos. Where did that bring?
I would have been fine. And I would have been fine. I would have been fine if it was just the 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. I would have too.
I don't care who else shows up or doesn't show up. If these three are gonna like really go down, let's do it. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I would like to see Hulk there too, but he's a bitch now. He's bitch made now.
Bitch make Hulk.
Still,
because I'm like, he didn't even have the gauntlet. He was whooping all y'all's ass. Like, I mean, what did he need the gauntlet?
Still a Titan, you know. That's something.
He was kicking their ass in that fight, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and watch Endgame. I'm gonna go home and watch Endgame and eat a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
I'm still on American Gladiators. So
yeah.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I guess we definitely extended this by like 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's like midnight.
Hey,
guys.
That's part of the culture of the Intelligent Idea Talkers podcast is we get passionate about pop culture events, especially movies, comic books, real world events too, presidential elections, indictments, dock brawls and stuff like that, we get passionate. So
I was hoping going to play this.
You couldn't be the host of a podcast if you weren't passionate about something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it would work very well. He didn't like to talk. So
I say Fruity Pebbles.
Definitely.
Anything else, guys, man? Anything else? Nothing?
I'm not going to say anything.
Because it'll be another 45 minutes.
Nothing.
Word. All right, guys. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Peace. Till next time.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, man. I do miss that Endgame. I remember getting out of Infinity War. Infinity War to me was better than Endgame. But when